Ladies and gentlemen, from the Microsoft Theater here in downtown Los Angeles, brought to you by Shawn.
Yes, sir. We are live. Welcome to the Porterway Podcast. This is a one-man show today. For the time being, we do got Antt coming. He's a little late. It's the first Raiders home game, so I'm gonna blame it on that. I'm gonna let it just be because the Raiders are at home. Nonetheless, I am here. We are here, and we want to make this one a good one. We want to make it a fun one. We got some great guests today, and we're not going. Without further ado, we're gonna introduce probably one of the best guests to host to bless the podcast, Roy Jones Jr.
Thank you, my brother.
Hall of Famer. Congratulations.
Thank you, brother.
Yet again.
I appreciate that, Shawn. Thank
And
you so much.
you know what? Let's start here. Kind of just go on you real quick. I saw you in New York at the Hall of Fame, and so you've been inducted twice in 1 year, which is pretty cool. But I saw you there, man, and being in the room with everybody. And I want you to kind of give your opinion on it too, and your from your perspective. But for me, being in the room with just great fighter after great fighter after great fighter after great fighter, and guys that I've watched on TV, guys that I wanted to emulate, guys that I was like, man, I don't know if I could ever punch that hard and be that exciting, and the list goes on. And you're in the room with all these guys, and we all like family, you know. Yep. And I told you, and I told Dre, you guys were the two that I told, because I do consider myself good personal friends with you two. And I told both of you guys, I said, thank you for friending me the way that you have. There's so many Hall of Famers out there, so many great people out there, and you just hope to aspire to be like them, get in the room with them. And not only am I allowed to be in the room with you guys, or have been blessed enough to be in the room with you guys, but the way that you text back anytime I text, you call back anytime I call, and I'm there. Whatever you need, I'm there. And so, like, with yesterday, for instance, I said, Roy, when you leaving? You told me you was leaving Monday. I said, I got to have you on the show. You said, no problem. You know what I mean? So, but just kind of going back to the Hall of Fame room, when there's so many great people in one room, how did that feel for you, or how does that feel for you? Because it happens, multiple times a year.
It's a beautiful feeling, man. And it's like we're all a brotherhood. It's like anything else, And it's like, so when you get together, you try to have respect and admiration at the same time, because you respect everybody, you admire everybody for what they did, yet at the same time, you still know we all are fighters. You understand me? But you got to let the hat go off and kind of know that we all share the same love. Yeah. You understand me? We share the same sweat, the same tears, same sacrifices. Some of us get to those points, some of us don't, but the fact of how far you get don't matter. It's the journey that counts. Yeah. The fact that you're willing to take the journey. Yeah. And that's what we have the most respect for.
What's that people say? They say, like, for everyone, like, there's one Michael Jordan, but there's 100 of them that didn't make it. Were there a lot of guys that didn't make it when you were coming up out of amateurs?
A whole lot.
Look at that face. He said a whole lot of them.
There's a whole lot of them. Yeah. And what's funny though is this why I love God so much, right?
Yes, sir.
All those guys that didn't make it played a big part in my making it. Because I saw what made them not make it, or I saw things that would not allow them to be successful, and that immediately showed me that you can't do those things, not if you want to make it.
Yep. My dad, what he would do, and I'm young, I didn't understand it, but I started to learn what he was doing. He would give me a newspaper and say, read that. And it would be a high school kid that was top in football, or top in basketball, and got arrested for stealing, or got arrested for selling drugs, or whatever the case may be. And I would read it, and he would say, that's what you don't do. And he just repeatedly, that's what you don't do. And I got to the point, I was like, why you got me reading all these horror stories? You know what I mean? Like, show me somebody that made it. Why you keep showing me everybody that did? But what I started to understand was, like you just said, he was showing me everything not to do, and what the consequences would be if I did those things. You know?
He didn't want you to be one of those horror stories.
Yeah.
And he felt if you read about him, it would make you conscious enough to not go be one of those.
Yeah. Yeah, welcome to the Porterway Podcast. Antt with two T's and then made it.
Yeah, man. We ran into a couple things, but we got here. God had a way.
I blamed it on the Raiders.
Blame it on the Raiders?
It wasn't the Raiders?
It actually was a Raider fault, because I was waiting.
Raider?
No, the Raiders' fault. I was waiting on an Uber. My man didn't move and then hit me with "Are you going to the game?" I said no. Oh, okay. Well, I'll come. My pride. I canceled him. I said I get somebody else, bro.
How long was you waiting on him?
Huh?
How long were you waiting on him?
So I'm thinking he pulling up.
Yeah.
5-10 minutes. I'm getting my little stuff
You
ready.
get everything?
He ain't moved.
Oh my Lord!
Yeah. So yeah. So
You gotta cancel him.
yeah, man.
You
So
had to.
yeah, man, we made it.
I hope your rating go down.
Shut up.
I hope your rating go down. Hey, I never cared about a rating until I come in contact with this dude. So
I'm all about rating.
we get in the Uber one day, and I'm not moving slow. I always have a sense of urgency, but that took a little longer than expected. Ant said we got wherever we was going, and then he happened to look at his rating on Uber, and it had gone down like a point something.
Yeah.
So he went from 100% to like 99.2 or something like that, and he mad at me for all of forever.
Hey, he's doing what you get this all the time, Roy.
Of course.
Fans.
Of course.
Fans. Oh, come on, man. Shawn, come on, let me get the autograph. I'm pretty sure Roy Uber rating probably messed up too because of some stuff like that.
I try to stay off of it. I don't do the ratings that much.
Okay.
All my ratings gonna be messed up because I'm always late.
I felt bad.
And the
Roy
same-
asked me to pick him up this
And the
morning. I
same
felt
with
bad.
him, it's the same when people start coming up to speak.
Yeah.
Because of the type of people we are, it's hard to just walk away from.
Yeah,
You know what
man.
I'm saying? Even if you got somewhere to go, it's like you don't want to just do that in a bad way because people remember that.
Yep.
And after a little while, you become somebody that you're not really supposed to be or somebody that you're not trying to be.
Hey, let me ask you this then, but because is this an asshole mindset? Because this is what I've been doing lately, so that I can like tell myself to leave. Because if I don't, then I won't get away. I've been telling myself lately, I take pictures with everybody. When I say I gotta go, like
gotta go.
you gotta respect me. At this point, you know me. You know I'm gonna stay and take a picture. And if I say I can't do it, it just means I can't do it.
Yeah.
Is that an asshole like mindset? Like you know me, and I just be out.
No, because sometimes I understand where Roy coming from. You guys are you're idolized. So that one person, if you ruin their day, you never know what they're gonna say to somebody. But at the end of the day, y'all got places to be.
Well, that's the truth. And that's what I'm trying to say. You're not being whatever you called it because you have to be somewhere first. That comes before anything.
Yep.
If you didn't get to the gym on time, they wouldn't be idolizing you right now.
Oh, yeah.
You understand me?
Yeah.
So you got to know how to put things in perspective.
Yeah.
When I got to go, I got to go. I don't care who like it, who don't like it. But if I got to go, I got to go.
Yeah.
Now, I do what I can while I can. But when I got to go, I got to go.
It is what it is at that point.
Yeah, but he always talk like that. I do what I can when I can.
Hey, it's a
but when I
fact.
can't do it, I
gotta
just
go.
can't do it no more.
It's the Roy got years on you. When you get more years in the game like Roy, the older people get, the less BS they deal with.
Of course.
I'm pretty sure Roy used to deal with more when he was like your age, but he's like, hey man, I got somewhere to be, and I'm gonna be there.
Well, you got to look at it like this, too. They're not paying my bills. If I got a job, I got to get to that job. That's what pay my bills.
Yep.
If you're not paying my bills, then look, I don't really have nothing to talk about with you.
Yep.
Because you're not going to let me stop you from paying yours.
Yeah. Yeah, I ain't really got time, Roy, for I'm 35, but I ain't got really time for BS in life.
Not at all.
Hey, if it ain't talking some money, some positivity,
Got to go, got to go.
yep, I ain't got time to be around you.
Roy, how was that Box Fan Expo for you?
It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I saw a lot of different people. I didn't get a chance to go see Roberto Duran because I always like to see Duran.
You got around and seen everybody.
Yeah, I
too.
got around to see most, but I couldn't get to see Roberto. I wanted to go see Roberto, but my line was so long. I had to try to get that line cut down.
Bro. Yeah.
But I really enjoy it. I love it. Once again, it's just like the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
It's an opportunity to share the room with the whole group of people that understand.
Yeah.
You understand me?
Yeah.
So it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
That's the funny thing, like you just said, like with people that understand. Everybody don't understand the sacrifices, the mindset that we have to have.
Not at all.
Just day to day. I catch people now. They see me thinking. I don't like for people to see me thinking, but lately, everybody like, man, you deep in thought. But I'm so busy now. I guess I'm just, if I ain't moving, doing something, I'm thinking. You know what I mean? So for us to be around people that like-minded, people that understand what we thinking and our mentality and what we feeling in them points of time, I think it's important for us too to be around them kind of,
It is.
other fighters.
It's helpful
Show
because
the clip. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
it's helpful because it just kind of reminds you of what you are and who you are. And everybody has their own ways of dealing with things.
Yeah.
But sometimes when you see somebody dealing with something, gives you a better idea of how it looks or how you should deal with it.
Was your line as long as mine?
No, it wasn't quite long.
Nah, hell no.
Your line was long.
Roy, chill out. You was killing Shawn. Sean ain't got nothing on Roy.
Right. We were there when the expo like basically began.
Right.
Right. And we doing our thing. I showed up a little bit late, but we doing our thing, and you right next to me, and people just standing there waiting on you.
I know.
Don't even know what time you rolling in.
I know.
At least I'm on the expo. I told everybody. I mean, I'm on the podcast. I told you, hey, we gonna be there at 10.
Right.
And don't nobody know when you showing up.
Exactly.
But they kept their hands in their pockets. They said, we don't care about nobody else. We're here to see Roy Jones Jr.
And I told him to let me announce the time when I did it.
Yeah.
But he said, no, don't announce no time. I said, okay. So if I don't announce the time, I just come when I get going. So
You know what that is, right? I don't like that. I don't like that. They should have did.
you should have.
You can't do
But
the people like that.
Next time I'm gonna come early. I'm coming at 9 o'clock. When it opens, I'm coming in the beginning. So
Yeah.
I'm there at the beginning. Now I just leave earlier.
You like the expo?
I love it.
You like the
Cut.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
it.
Well, I literally said this last week. When a black person arrive early, they leaving early.
Hey, it's what it is.
Hey.
I ain't staying all day. You ain't getting all those hours out of me. You understand me? Listen, we come from too far to let somebody force us to stay somewhere we don't necessarily have to be all that time. Yeah. I fought for a reason. My dad has told me a long time ago, there's no such thing as a good job. So when you work for yourself, that's your best job. Mm-hmm. So when I can go in there and clock in when I want to and clock out when I get ready, that's me. And I'm used to that now because that's what I was taught.
That's what's up.
So I ain't gonna never go in early and stay late. That ain't happening.
Yeah. You're your own boss.
I ain't do that.
What about church?
Church, I go in early and I'm gonna leave early too.
Yeah.
How you do that?
You got to.
You do this? You know you gotta put that.
No, listen. That come first.
Okay.
But see, most of the time I done got my church before I even get to church.
Okay.
So when I get the message, once I get the message, I already have a lot to talk about.
Okay.
I'm not there to socialize and look good, and I'm there to get a message. Once I get my message, I can leave now.
Mm-hmm.
So usually what's gonna happen is when I know that he gonna start preaching the message at a certain time, I'm gonna show up 10 minutes before that.
Come on now.
Bingo.
You understand me? I just
He got this game.
I just need the message.
Okay.
You understand me? So when I get there and get the message, it's gone. I'm out. But if I get the message early, then I can leave early.
Okay.
I don't want to. Let's
Let's
go here real quick.
Okay.
What I would do when I was 19, 20, 21, and I'm going to church by myself, I knew what time devotion was when they opened up the church with music and all that kind of stuff. I wasn't trying to have that. So I timed it out so that I could be walking in as the pastor was coming onto the stage. And once he was wrapping up, I knew about what time he was wrapping up. I was on my way out the door as well, you know? And it took my brother, you know Kenny. It took Kenny telling me, I said, we're going to go at this time. He said, don't it start at that time? I said, yeah, but I don't go when it start there. He said, what you mean? I said, well, I don't do that. He said, well, then what do you do? I said, well, I listen to church music on my way. I listen to gospel on my way, like you said. He said, yeah, but you still got to get filled up. I said, well, you know, I just out there. He said, nah, bruh. He said, you got to get filled up. I'm like, dang, you're right. I do got to get filled up. You know what I mean? So I think, you know, you find where you want to be in your church and, you know, in your walk of faith, you know. And some of our walk of faith is arriving early and leaving early.
Mine is just getting the message.
As long as you get it.
However I get the message, I'm cool with that.
Yeah. Let's move in real quick. For everybody that don't know, Roy was right next to me at the Box Fan Expo. Hopefully y'all got a chance to check it out. If you didn't, go on to the podcast channel and check out the expo. What I want you guys to do, you enjoyed yourself.
Of course.
It was great.
Of course.
And this ain't your first time. You've
Not
been
at all.
quite a few times.
Yep.
I think it's necessary.
It's a beautiful
Right?
thing. Gives the fans the opportunity to engage with us.
Yeah.
All of us, a lot of us at one time.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's necessary. And for y'all who see us on TV and y'all got something to say to us, I didn't send the clip of when you had the fan come on
That was a good time.
He walked up and he had on a Earl Spence hat, and he said, and Antt was like, "How you gonna walk up to Showtime Shawn Porter with Earl Spence hat on?" And he said, "I don't give a damn. This my dude. He's a dog. I don't care. I got the hat on. I still gotta acknowledge the dog in the room, you know." And it made me feel good. But then we had him come on the show and talk a little bit. Come to the Box Fan Expo. Y'all can touch us. Y'all can see us. Y'all can spend some time with us. say something you've been wanting to say for a very long time. I know you've seen some people yesterday's, man, I've been wanting to see you and talk to you, say this to you for years. And you finally had your opportunity at the Box Fan Expo. So we will be promoting it when it comes around next year. All that being said, saw you at the Expo and you asked me what I thought about the fight. I told you what I thought about the fight. We're going to get to the main event. And before we talk about the main event, we're going to share what we said. But we're just going to go through the card very, very quickly and just kind of speak on the winners. With Ammo winning his fight. Let me get my notes.
Okay, yeah, you went back on me.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You weren't ready for Ammo?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, let me say this. Did you go to the?
No, I didn't go.
You didn't go to the fights. Did you watch the fights?
No, I didn't watch the fight.
No biggie. You did watch the main event though,
I
right?
didn't.
Ooh, he didn't even watch the main event. But you know what happened, right?
I know exactly
All
what
right,
happened.
because you ain't missed nothing.
Nah, I ain't
you
missed
might,
nothing.
yeah.
I know exactly what happened.
What did you know it was gonna be? Did you know you ain't need to watch it? You knew this was a
No, because it was two things. Either Triple G was gonna start early, or the age was gonna make him start late.
Yeah.
And I think the age kind of made him start late.
Yeah.
Hey, I never. Hey, you know, greatest. I always want to ask great people. Greatness. You're one of the greatest ever do it,
Thank
man.
you, my brother.
Sport, everything. How is it being a trainer now when you're so great? And sometimes I'm pretty sure, Roy, you just like, just do it. Just come on, man. Just do it. I did it. You can't do it. You know. And you got a victory last weekend, right? Kevin Newman.
Yeah. Well, the thing about me is I don't ever try to compare them to me because it's like I tell people about boxing. When you look at boxing, you got to look at people's DNA. You understand me? You can't turn a tiger into a cheetah because a tiger, a cheetah, and a lion are all different kind of cats, and you got to treat them that way. So whatever they do, you got to know what they do. It's like, for instance, I was in Africa once, and we was at a zoo, right? And you see these big lions out there. You think, oh gosh, that's got to be the worst thing here, right? Yeah. Nah, wrong. The people would go in there with the lions. There was 3 male lions in there. I told them I didn't want to go in there because I know me and lions have issues, right?
Hold on, what?
I'll come back to that. But I told them I didn't want to go in there because me and lions have issues, right? So they talked me.
I'll come back to that.
I went in there anyway, like an idiot. But the cage they won't go in, one jaguar in the cage, nobody won't go in there. I'm like, why? That jaguar get you. You understand me? 3 lions out there, they ain't gonna bother you. That jaguar get you.
Yeah.
The people that work there, they ain't going there with that jaguar.
Yeah.
They send his food in there with a stick. They ain't going to take it in there. But there's 3 lions out in this field where they took me at. Now to tell you about the lion.
Yeah, tell me about this goddamn.
I got a zoo. There's a zoo where I live at called the Gulf Breeze Zoo, right? It's about 45 minutes from my house. I went there once.
He said me and lions don't get along.
No, we don't. I'm listening. Tell the truth. True story. So I'm there walking. All these people walking around this lion, right? The lion cage. Everybody just walking around. It's all good. The lion looks up and makes contact with me. Eye contact. And I don't turn away, and he don't turn away.
Why you ain't turn away?
He don't tell me what, I mean.
He a dog.
Exactly. You know why I ain't turn away. So I'm like, why is he?
You snap back in the fight mode? Exactly. Like this the face off?
Why do he want these issues with me? You feel me?
Why you want these issues?
So I'm looking at him. He look at me. He gets up. Comes to the fence.
What?
Aggressively.
Yeah.
My wife can't believe it. My wife cannot believe it.
How you know he came to you aggressively?
Thousands of people walking around. He came there to fight.
Ooh.
He came there to come through that cage.
Yeah.
And I know ain't nothing. I ain't got nothing but a pocket knife.
Yeah.
I ain't got a chance.
Yeah.
But I can't show him that.
Yeah.
So he come there. He's very aggressive. My wife grabbed my arm and started pulling me away. I won't turn my head because you can't run from a fight. That ain't what I do.
Yeah.
She snatched me, bring you behind on. You can't beat that doggone lion.
Yeah.
He want to fight though.
Yeah.
So for me, it's not about can I win. I mean, I know I can win, but
telling you,
I'm gonna fight.
Yeah.
You understand me?
Yeah.
So she snatched me away.
Yeah.
So that being said, I knew that if a lion look at me in the eyes, he gonna have a problem.
It's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be
So
a problem.
they took me there with 3 of them, right? I said, okay, I'm gonna go, but I'm not looking at them because if I look at them, I'm gonna get attacked.
Yeah.
And they don't understand this.
Yeah.
They never seen that. They, like you just said, what you mean?
Yeah.
They have no clue this has ever happened to me.
Yeah.
But I know if I look the main one especially, if I look him in his eyes, he gonna feel some type of way.
Why you don't smile? Why you don't look and smile? That's what I would do.
That's a lion.
Yeah, but I would look and smile.
I can't
wave.
do that. No.
Wave. You older than me.
Yeah, I'm old school.
Yeah, you old school.
So you see how Canelo saying he won't fight another Mexican?
Yeah.
I don't do stuff like that.
Yeah.
When I was coming up through boxing, I ain't have no friends.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Now you lighter than me, okay, we cool.
Yeah.
But if you up close to my way, I don't really want to talk to you.
Yeah.
Cause it ain't really in your best interest to be my friend.
Yeah.
Cause they put a title and some money on the line, I want to kill you. That's just who I was. So boxing new school has changed. Old school, I was old school. So when I see the lion, I know what he is. I know he think he the king or whatever he at. No, we not in the jungle. We in my jungle.
You ever fight somebody and I'm asking this question, but I already know the answer to this question. But for me, I'm gonna speak for myself. My barber, he was like, "Yo," he looked at me, he said, "Yo, Shawn, who was it that you got in the ring with that you didn't like?" Thought for a good 30 seconds at least. I was like, "Nobody."
Yep.
He said, "Well, no, who was it that you had never looked at anybody you fought and was like, I just can't wait to get in the ring and F you up?" Thought again. I was like, not really. He said, "It was just always business." I said, "Yeah, it was just always business for me. It was just get in the ring, do whatever I need to do to stay safe and win the fight. My thing really wasn't, I gotta make you bleed. I gotta beat you down and make sure you can't walk out of the ring." You know what I mean? I already know, like, your mentality is you had a hurt mentality. I had a win mentality. You had a hurt mentality. Or am I wrong in saying that? But tell me what your mindset was as a fighter.
Never had a hurt mentality. One time, when Griffin got disqualified for Griffin, and then he started talking crazy afterwards, like he really beat me. That kind of put me in a different place.
Yeah.
I normally never go to that place, and I never went to that place nowhere after that. I never went to that place again. But when I get in that place, that's a bad place to be for me. And that's what I noticed. Like God told me early, don't go to that place because that's not what you're boxing for.
Yeah.
You understand me? So I started boxing because I feel like I can take you to that place, and I'm going to remain calm. I'm never going to go to that place. But when they disqualified me, you got to remember now, I just got robbed of a gold medal at the Olympics.
Yeah.
Man, y'all disqualified me for my first loss.
Yeah.
You know how important that first loss is.
Yeah.
They disqualified me for my first loss. And then you're going to talk like you beat me when I know in my heart you quit?
Yeah.
Now I'm angry.
Yeah.
Now I want to do something bad. That's the only time, though.
Yeah. How long did you hold on to that?
5 months.
Yeah, the whole
5 months.
Damn.
I can count almost every damn day.
Yeah.
Roy, when did camp start for that fight?
The day after the fight.
I knew it.
God damn.
I knew
The
it.
day after the fight.
I knew it. You don't take it. I gotta get you back.
Tell him, they said, my lawyer said, what you want to do is what you think I want to do. He said, he going to want all the money. Give it to him. Just tell him to bring that damn belt back. He ain't have all the money. I don't care about the money. Just tell him to bring that damn belt back with him.
A side, B side didn't matter.
Don't matter. Just tell him to bring the belt. I don't care about nothing else.
Yeah.
Just bring the belt to the fight with you, and I'm good with that.
Yeah.
I don't care what else happens. Nah, we not going to do it. I don't care what you do. Get him in the ring and get the belt with him, and I don't care. The rest of it, y'all do that.
That's a dangerous
I just need it in
opponent.
front of me.
After the fight, how long did it take y'all to talk?
Long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, long time.
Yeah.
Because I went with the intent to go to jail.
Man.
That's how bad I was. I left my wife at home. I left my kids at home. I told them, no, ain't nobody going because I don't want no issues. If somebody go to jail, it's just going to be me.
Yeah.
Because they say one thing wrong, I'm going to take everybody. So, it's just what it was.
So can I ask, like, when y'all finally, spoke and
Yeah. Are we good now?
yeah,
He gets mad.
because he a fly talker too.
Yeah, but he gets
He's
mad.
slick too.
He gets mad when I talk about it now still sometimes.
Yeah.
But I keep telling him, man, that's over with, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
it's just that you can't, like, get beat and then act like you beat me.
Yeah.
And talk like you beat me. That's to me, that's not right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you beat me on your feet, okay, cool. I accept that.
Yeah.
I'm not a sore loser. I don't like to lose, but I'm not a sore loser.
Not to really harp on this fight, but in retrospect, like, do you feel like it was justified on his behalf to do it?
To do what? Talk?
To talk?
Hell no, Shawn. Come on, bro. I mean, you ain't beat me. You beat me on your back.
Cause the game is to make money,
Hey, that's fine. If
and
you talk,
the game is to get people to look at
okay, so if you're talking to make money, you can talk, but don't talk about me personally.
you. Yeah.
You can talk all you want to.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid. You can say I'm the first one to beat him.
Yeah.
I got the win.
Yeah.
I can't argue that.
Yeah.
Because they did give you the win. You feel me?
Yeah.
When you say, like, you're going to come to my hometown, you're going to, come on, bro. Now you're going too far. You feel me? He took it way too far as far as trying to sell tickets. If you're trying to sell tickets, I understand and respect that.
Yeah.
But when you start talking personally to me, now you're going to get me started.
Yeah. Hey, and I'm like bumped the undercard. No disrespect to anybody. I mean, I guess we can
No,
talk.
I got Gabe, and from there on. But yeah.
Well, because
All right,
What
we
happened
can go.
with
it was a light night.
What happened with Gabe? I heard Gabe got a box, but he went the distance, though.
He went the
What's
distance.
the distance?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
With the distance, Gabe looking like all them fights catching up with him. Moving a little slower in the ring. I don't know. It's just what Gabe wants to do here, can't do here.
Yeah.
You know what's funny, though? This is why I always tell people, this is the funnest thing, and I don't know how this happens, but this is the funnest thing I ever seen, and it's like, I've yet to been proven wrong, maybe 1 or 2 times. But on the undercard, you always get a fight that's gonna be a prelude to the main event.
Ooh.
And Gabe was a prelude to Triple G last night.
I ain't never heard that one.
Hey.
Y'all, you talk to the OG, Sean. The man just told you I'm a little older than you.
I don't accept it.
You ain't gotta accept it, but go look and see. Go look and see.
Have you ever stared in a lion's eyes?
Hey, almost every fight you see, there's gonna be a fight on the undercard that's gonna almost prelude.
You ruining boxing right now.
I'll just tell you what the truth
Damn.
is. But no, it ain't
You ruining boxing right now.
Sometimes you get a real war, and you can expect that main event to be a real war because they're gonna really try to outdo what they saw before them.
Damn.
Don't just But you gotta respect your elders.
Remember you said when you was on undercard, you always tried to steal the show.
Yeah. I don't remember what the main events did when I was on the undercard.
Yeah, I know.
I tell you one thing. I bet they did do.
Yeah.
I bet they tried to outdo the fight you put on before they went out there.
Yeah.
And so I used to always tell, like, when I used to put my guys on first,
Yeah.
I'm like, look, go out there and do the best you can do. Because the better you do, the more I gotta do.
Yeah.
You understand me? And that's what the truth is.
Yeah.
And without them knowing though, Gabe didn't mean to go set a prelude for the main event, but what you telling me is exactly what I hear people tell me about what happened with Triple G last night.
The whole night was kind of like that though. Like, no disrespect to Ammo, but Ammo fought. I mean, and he fought well. He fought strong, but I didn't feel like there was anything that really separated Ammo from his opponent last night, where you can see, like, saw that he won virtually, most of the rounds, but you didn't really see him separate himself and be more dominant or more faster or stronger or anything like that. There wasn't anything wow about anybody last night.
Triggers wasn't getting pulled on time.
Yeah.
Just like the main event.
Yeah. Yeah. And when you've been in the game so long, apparently you don't have to watch.
Yeah. Free game. He's saying more stuff than we saying. We watch it.
I'm just letting y'all know though, just how it goes. A lot of times I search for these fights and I watch the undercard fights because one of them undercard fights is gonna prelude what that main event gonna be. Very rarely do you see that not happen.
Yeah.
So when I see some good fights happening early, I'd be like, oh yes, we in for a good night now.
Yeah.
Okay. So what about Bam, man?
So Bam Rodriguez, 22-year-old, 115-pound fighter with a WBC title, still has the WBC. He was he had a struggle last night.
Right.
And he's been like really explosive and entertaining in his last probably 4 to 5 fights on the main stage. So, and even I've jumped on the train of here's Bam, and when Bam gets in the ring, his name he resembles his fight name. I resembled my fight name. He 100% resembles his fight name. So he's just called Bam, which is cool. But then did you see his gloves last night?
Yeah, I seen your tweet.
Yeah, Bam on one hand, Bam on the other hand, Bam, Bam. And so, but last night he was in the ring with a veteran, with somebody who was not intimidated by what he's done recently. And then another thing I thought about, Roy, and you give me your perspective on this. I said Bam's been fighting very consistently. I think he fought
4 times in the last 11 months.
He fought 4 times in the last 11 months. And when you fight that many times, you give everybody an opportunity to see you. Everybody wants to see you. What do you think your opponent's doing?
Exactly.
Your opponent's going back to the gym saying, hey, we gonna get him soon. This is what we gonna do. We're gonna get him soon. This is what we gonna do. And I do believe that Gonzalez just was well prepared because of the opportunities he's had to see Bam be exciting, be dominant and explosive and all those things. But when I'm older and I'm not intimidated and I have a game plan, I'm gonna stick to that game plan and I believe in myself and all these things. He gave Bam the fight of his career to this point.
If I see you fight 4 times in 1 year and I can't figure out how to make it very, very tough for you to beat me, I got a problem.
Yeah.
Because if you fight that many times consecutively, 2 things I'm gonna figure out. I'm gonna figure out about how your conditioning is. Yeah. And I'm gonna figure out what's your normal what they call it, your normal characteristics.
Yeah, right.
Your normal behavior.
Right.
Your behavioral habits. That's what I'm looking for. I'm gonna figure out your habits. Now it's gonna be a problem.
The thing I was impressed with Bam was he never wavered. Or at least not to my eye, and I got a really good eye, but he never seemed to get discouraged. He never seemed to get frustrated. He never seemed to feel down. And you know how it is when the fight's not going your way. Now you start to force things and you start to try to make it go your way, and that may not be the best thing to do.
Nope.
He didn't force anything. He didn't go any faster or any slower than he needed to do. And the interesting thing to me about this fight was he had points taken for hitting low. Mm-hmm. Kenny Bayless was the ref, and the kid Gonzalez goes down twice. Mm-hmm. So the first time he went down from the low blow, no, actually it was 3 times. So he went down for the low blow. Kenny gave him time to rest. Went down on another low blow. Kenny took the point, and then the kid goes down again on the low blow, and Kenny just get up and you good, box, And I just felt like Kenny really dropped the ball.
Yeah,
in terms
you got
of
to count or take a point away.
In terms of making it very definitive as to what a ref is supposed to do in that situation when there's been multiple low blows in one fight.
Right. Only thing I would say, I didn't see the fight, but it's like sometimes guys do overreact to the low blow.
Yeah.
You understand me? And it's like Kenny may have felt as though the kid was overreacting to the low blow, trying to get a point more so than saying that I got hit low. You understand me? So, because it's one thing if you hit me low, it's another thing if it really bothers me.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I've been hit low in a lot of times that didn't bother me.
Yeah.
And the referee say, keep them up, I just keep going. It didn't bother me.
Yeah.
If it bothers me, then it's hard for me to take a knee, but I might have to stop for it.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of times that's the referee's discretion as is he using this. What's up, brother? How you feeling?
Go ahead, chill.
Is he using this for
You parked?
Man, keep talking, man.
Y'all know each other?
Yeah, I know him.
Oh.
Come on, brother.
Who don't know me?
So it's to the referee's discretion as whether he's using this to get time,
Right.
or is he really getting hit low and it's affecting him.
But again, you got to be vocal at that point. You got to, as the ref, you got to say what you were thinking. Hey, that one wasn't that low. I'm gonna warn him again, but you got to keep fighting.
That's true.
You got to be vocal. Kenny kind of froze a little bit in that situation.
Right.
Just telling you that because I felt like that really defined the fight.
Well, it's a lot of things that's going on with that, Shawn, with that kind of stuff in boxing right now. And I'm gonna tell you right now, it's like it bothers me.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna give you another example. Bivol just fought Canelo last fight, right?
Right.
Bivol beat Canelo 9-3 in my opinion.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
If Canelo wins that last round,
I know.
we got a draw in our hand.
I know.
If Canelo hits him and he slips down, they call it a knockdown.
Yeah.
Canelo wins the fight.
Yeah.
That's
Impossible.
You feel where I'm coming from?
Impossible.
So when you see things that happen like this, it's like I understand you,
Yeah.
but it's like I'd rather have it the Kenny Bayless way.
Yeah.
Whereas if I feel like you got knocked down from a body shot for real, from a low blow for real, then I'm gonna take a point away.
Yeah.
If I ain't explaining nothing to you because I see through your game.
Yeah.
Get your behind him, let's go.
Say that.
I understand it. I understand it.
I kept saying that, man. Get up.
But it kind of go back to what
I kept saying, get up, player.
Yeah.
Stop playing.
You
Get
see?
up.
See?
Get
See?
up.
See?
I said, man, come on, stop playing.
Exactly.
One of the low blows hit him on the leg right here.
You see what I'm talking about?
It didn't hit him. I was like, come on, get up, bro.
And Kenny probably was upset because he knows you just trying to play games to make me take a point.
Yeah.
Guess what? You're not gonna play me because it's almost like playing Kenny for stupid.
Yeah.
You understand? You get hit over here and you go down to you got hit with a low blow and you playing the referee for stupid now.
There you go.
So Kenny, you get your behind him, let's go.
Yeah.
So I understand that.
I thought he was trying to quit,
That's what Kenny
and they
probably
wouldn't let him
thought.
stop.
That's what Kenny probably thought.
They was like, yo, you trying to quit, player. The corner was like, I don't think it's corner. It was like, they was like, get up, player, come on. I thought he was trying to quit.
Everybody
He
that
was down
is
for about 30 seconds.
that's Daryl Mitchell. Then finally rolled up in the studio.
Hey, man, don't blame it on
You said
me.
you was gonna be here at 12:30.
Dog, man. Yeah, man. They be cutting the streets off out here
Raiders?
during the game. I didn't know they do that, bro.
Raiders too.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up?
man.
Because I was late. I was late too.
Oh,
I
all
got
right,
you.
so,
I was
don't try to
same
put
thing.
that on. But, I really, first of all, I got a bone to pick with this dude right here.
Hey, hold on. He just had to stare off with a lion, so you
He
better
don't
chill
want
out.
none of this static. He don't want none of this static. He gonna get it today, though, bro.
What's your
See,
ball?
one thing, man, if you gonna say it, be a man of your word. That's all I ask, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, let him go. Let him go.
You owe me a dog.
What kind of dog?
What kind of dog you used to breed?
Pit bull.
Ask you what kind of dog.
Pit bull.
Exactly.
Okay.
Secondly, he owed me a fishing trip.
Well, now I can't make you come to Pensacola. You got to come down there when you get a come. So you got to come down there. So
Bruh.
you come down there, I'll take you a fishing trip. I still do it.
But you ain't never, you stay in the country sometime.
I try to.
Stay in the country sometime.
That is my fault right there.
Yo, let me tell you what was so crazy one time. I'm gonna blow his brains out. He gonna be like, you sure did. Bro, Now, I've been in a wheelchair for 20-some years.
Yeah.
I came to Carnegie Hall in the locker room.
Uh-huh.
I said, listen, bro, you know why they're here, right? Everybody here to see you lose, bro. Because he was so bright, vibrant, vocal.
Yeah.
Y'all must have forgot.
Yeah.
They was like, oh, they was hating.
He sure told me.
Did I?
Yep. He sure
I
told
said,
me.
yo, bro, they came here to see you lose, man. Yo, let's go.
Yeah.
You know how passionate I get, bro.
Yeah.
Because when I love a fight, let's go, bro.
Yeah.
And so that was way over 20-something years ago.
Yeah.
I'm going to give him a pass, though, because one day we was at the MGM Grand, and he was on them bones. I must have walked away with about 10 G's. I ain't never touched the dice once.
See what I'm
So
talking about?
I'll give you a pass on that.
And you
bro.
came here talking about a damn dog.
Yeah, I was hurt.
He a 10 G's.
You understand, man? That's when we used to have little dog shows.
Yeah.
You know, and he had top bred, beautiful dogs.
Okay.
And I needed one for the show, but we didn't meet up because he wouldn't stay in the country. But I'm coming to Pensacola, bro.
Come on.
I'm gonna go sit right on the board.
Anytime. You welcome.
There you go.
Anytime.
I'm gonna sit right on the boat.
I'm a man of my word. You welcome. Come go anytime.
Well, you did. You was, because you told me don't worry about it, chill. They can come see what they want, but I'm gonna smoke them.
Hey, and what happened to her?
Smoke them.
There it is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So y'all ask, do we
Yes,
know
sir.
each other?
Yes, sir.
Me and Roy go back like
Way
fat
back.
crayons and Cadillac seats.
I already knew, but he ain't know.
Yeah,
He
I
ain't
know, bro.
He
It's all
came
great.
here, I thought he wanted a stack. I said,
No.
I never seen somebody try Roy. This man is crazy.
Yo,
And you mentioned
Trash
the
talking.
lion story.
yo, dog, say word. You had to stay down with a lion,
I
dog.
had to have it, bro.
Yeah?
We almost came to blows.
Yo. Yo, I see y'all
Hey, hold
talking
up.
about
Let's
the
go
good
back to that
fights.
story real quick.
Okay.
What? And Roy, keep it real, Roy.
Bro, don't
Don't lie.
front, man.
Don't front, Roy.
Don't front, Roy. Come on, man.
Yo, so his woman's grabbing his arm, like, what are you talking about? You're not about to fight this lion. Let's go, let's go. He like, but he was challenged, and I
Hold
know
up,
what it
hold
feels
up.
like to
Hard
be
feeling.
challenged, right?
Roy, you
Hard
stared
But
down the
how
line.
long-
I had to.
But how long did it take you to say, yo, what was I doing?
When I got away from him,
Yeah.
once she got me further where I couldn't see him, you a fool. You understand me? And I 2 times in my life I felt like that.
Yeah.
That time, and when I went to see Fat Joe about that song, he got 100 people around with guns.
Oh yeah.
And I'm talking about ready to fight.
Yeah.
Hey, but Fat Joe said
idiot are
you
you?
you wasn't worried about none of that.
I really wasn't. That's
You
how
wasn't
I-
worried about
same
none of
with
that.
Same with that lion, though. I wasn't even thinking about it at the time.
Let me tell
feel
you
me?
what the
And
problem
my mind
is.
is made up. My mind is made up. You feel me? That's why I tried to get in that mode.
Shawn,
You know?
let me tell you what the problem is. He been raised around them daggone cocks. He think he one of them cock. He think he one of them roosters.
Yeah.
That's the problem, man. Get that out your system, dog. You are not one of them fighting cocks,
When
bro.
you fighting though, when you boxing, you need to feel like you are, because when that bell ring, you're supposed to be ready to die.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you. Let me say something,
Don't
man.
keep it.
'Cause I had something, and I know I joke a lot, but I mean this for me. Yo, let me tell y'all, man. You and this dude, y'all have a responsibility to this game, dog.
Yeah.
And it's more than behind this microphone and podcasting.
Yeah.
Dog, I'm not saying y'all specifically, but we need trainers, man. We need bloodline, thoroughbred. No, I'm not talking about raising some dudes up, but I'm talking about dudes that's on that level. They truly need true battle-tested warriors to get in that gym and say, no, man, look, this is how it works. I spoke to that kid that fought last night. The one, well, of course y'all know, but he was a dude. I think he fought the kid with the dreads. What's his name? All right, I'm gonna put
Kid
you on
with
the
the
spot.
dreads.
He the guy.
Ammo.
No, not Williams.
The
other
guy that got knocked
Conway?
out. No.
He-
Because he got knocked out. The kid with the dreads got knocked out,
Right,
right?
he beat him.
Yeah.
But the night was long.
Yeah.
And I told him, I said, bro, you ever play, you know too, you ever shoot somebody in a game of pool that can't shoot?
Yep.
And they just knocking balls everywhere? It make your game
Look
long.
bad.
It make your game look bad. And I told him, I said, dude, your night wasn't long because of what that dude could do. Your night was long because of what he couldn't do. And it made, because you train for a specific thing, to react to certain. So if somebody just wailing away, you just like, yo, dude, let's get right so we can do this thing. But I'm just saying, man, they need a Roy Jones. They need a Shawn Porter. Y'all battle tested and proven, man. I give respect to a lot of trainers. I think they know what they're doing. I ain't gonna take it away from them. But when I look in it, when I see, I mean, you know, it shouldn't take the last 3 fights for you to see a good fight.
Take my dad, for instance. My dad was a boxer. My dad was trying to box and coach at the same time.
Yep.
And it's because my dad's a coach by nature. He's just he's a teacher. But he's a guider, right? Well, I'm just saying. And when I was a kid, he got me in the mirror. Now they're taken care of. Like, who else can I spar with and then show something to? And then once my dad broke away from the gym he was at, he went and opened his own gym.
Right.
My dad was, 27, maybe 26, 27 when he opened up his first gym. Roy, how old are you?
53.
53.
Look like he's 25.
Has done everything you could do in the sport of boxing. It's okay for you to go open up a gym.
What?
But
Yes, sir.
it's not okay for just any 26, 27-year-old to go open up the gym. However, that's what it happens.
Right.
That's what happens. You have sons, you love the sport yourself, and you consider yourself a coach. Now, to my dad's defense, he just happened to be one of those few guys out there that is just a true teacher to heart, through and through, can receive information, lock it in here, and then give that information. My dad's a coach. But my dad at 26, 27 years old just decided to open his gym. So that's what we got with this sport of boxing. You got fathers, you got uncles, you got cousins, you got people that just come from, has watched boxing and say, you know what? I'm going to open up a gym. And then you end up with guys who are 50-50 fighters because they never had true training. You know, and I don't want to knock anybody or make anybody feel like I'm coming after them. But you're right. There should be more guys like myself, like Roy, guys who have come through the sport and come back and give back.
But everything you just said about your dad is true, and I know your dad is battle tested.
Yeah.
You know, my brother fought for Joe Frazier.
Yeah.
Cousin, Joe Frazier battle tested.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, man, when Roy tell you, Roy can not only tell you what to do, Roy gonna tell you what not to do. Not only in the gym, not only in the ring, but what not to do in these streets, what not to do in life, what to make to help. Because a lot of people don't understand the things that happen out here.
Yeah.
It's going to affect what goes on in there.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Huh, Roy?
100%.
Talk to me now. Am I saying something?
You saying a whole lot.
Come on now. Y'all think, man, come on, man. You know what? I ain't talking no more. Because y'all play too much. I ain't talking no more. Bro, you done signified me, bro.
I want to get into the main event. And this is what I want to do with the main event because it wasn't what it was supposed to be.
Let's go.
Or what we thought it was going to be, whatever the case may be. What I want to do.
How was it what we thought it was going to be?
I want to go around the room. All right. I want to go around the room. I want everybody to say what they...
Wait, you got to talk to this fool first?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I got the build up.
All right.
Because he going to be pretty good.
You judging me, you don't even know me.
I watch you, bro. You a straight fool. Go ahead. Go ahead.
This okay. That's good. That's pretty good. And then I'm going to be
Think
great.
you a ghost crown? He thought he crawled through and nobody saw him. we ain't see you.
So go ahead. So what I want to do is everybody tell what they thought was going to happen or what they expected to see. And then we going to tell the truth why we saw what we saw.
Right.
I'm glad I go
I'm
before him.
salty about last night. I'm not going to front. I'm salty about last night. Go ahead. Yeah.
So what I thought I was going to see is Canelo come in. Condition was going to look better. He was going to invest into the body, get my man out of here late. What I didn't see is any of that. That's what I thought I was going to say. I thought Canelo would get him out of here late.
What you thought you was going to see?
I thought I was going to see Triple G realizing since the last 2 fights, you wasn't able to put him out. So now you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take him in the deep waters and I'm going to drown him. But then you got there and realized you ain't had a firepower that you thought you had. Now, your strategy was good, but you came with a 22 instead of a 44.
I don't even think that was his strategy.
Go ahead, Roy.
You ain't even see it, but what did you think? Yeah, Roy, tell me what you thought was going to happen. You better say what you said to me yesterday.
No, I'm telling you. I'm telling you exactly what I said. I thought Triple G would know that if I go the distance, I lost already.
Yeah.
I did this twice.
Yeah.
You understand me? Both of them was arguable.
Yeah.
So if I go the distance, I've lost. Yeah. If I don't start on him in round 1 and have him out of here by round 11, I lost again.
Yeah.
He didn't start on him round 1.
Yeah.
So he didn't do nothing that I thought he was going to do.
Yeah. I thought Canelo was going to come to the ring and be dominant from the opening bell. I didn't think the fight. I said on a great night, 6 rounds. If Canelo stay with it, 8, it ain't going 10. I just knew that Canelo was gonna come in the ring, get the job done, and we wasn't gonna be talking none of what we talking about right now, and that ain't what we got.
Now I didn't see the fight, but when you said that, I knew you were wrong.
Yeah.
And let me tell you why I knew you were wrong.
Why did you think I was wrong?
I'm just tell you why. Can I explain?
Yeah.
Remember young school, old school?
Yeah.
Okay, young school, old school. This man right here will tell you. And I'm glad he said what he said about training. Because one of my pet peeves in training is I hate a fighter that slaps. All right? If you slap, you're going to get out of my gym.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to put up with it.
What I tell you? I told you. I said my dad didn't teach us how to punch like that.
Yeah.
Because one of those slaps could have been a punch that could have got him out of there, and it didn't. I seen right away on Instagram last night, they showed Canelo land a good straight right hand with his shoulder turned perfect like it's supposed to be. Then a hook landed with this right here on Triple G's face. Who is that going to knock out?
It ain't going to knock me out.
So when he said that he going to knock him out, I said, no way. I've been telling all my fighters. I said, I love Canelo. He's a great fighter. Only thing I don't like about him, he tends to slap a lot of time with the left hook.
I never noticed that.
You got to look at it, baby. OG going to peep game.
Yeah.
Because they told me, oh, he would have did good with Roy Jones. No, he wouldn't.
Yeah.
He slapped too much.
Wait, he said that he was good as who?
No, they said he would have did good with Roy Jones back in the day. I said, no, he
Man,
wouldn't.
stop.
I love him. I love him.
Man,
No, I'm just saying. I think he's a great fighter. But like I told him, my only issue is that,
Nah, he would have went to school.
no, I'm just saying, but he hits with this a little too much. Understand me?
Yeah.
You're not going to beat me hitting with this. Yeah. I mean, in my prime, no.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen. So I knew he wasn't going to stop Triple G because too much of this. If he hit with these all the time, he could have got him out. And like you said, if he invested in body work from round 1, he would have got Triple G out of it if he hit with knuckles.
Yeah.
But he's not going to do that either because that's also the way he should have fought Bivol.
Yeah.
But he didn't do it against Bivol.
Yeah.
So I know he wasn't going to do that. That's why when you said he going to knock out, I said, no way. It's not going to happen because he's not going to invest to the body early. He's not going to hit with his knuckles every time. Yeah. He'll do it some, but not every time. Yeah. To beat Triple G, everything you touch, we got to have some on it.
Yeah. You know how it is, Roy, when you ain't in the ring and you ain't consistently getting that fire. You know, there's a difference between the gym and the fight night. Fight night is that's where it's at.
Of course.
Fight night is you love boxing. If you love fighting as a fighter. You love it because of fight night.
Of course.
I didn't love it because of the training. I didn't love it because it made my body look good or because all the money. Fight night is something ain't never gonna ever be like fight night.
Nope.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
I get, boy, that worked me up, man. That works me up, bro.
Yeah.
When I'm with fight night, oh my God. Yo, it's only
You got to the fights at what, 2:00 yesterday, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
You
can
want to
stay
miss
early,
nothing.
watch every yes, sir.
He a different type of dude.
You
Yo,
trying to miss
I
nothing.
be in
You
the
love this game.
Yeah, oh man, come on. He'll tell you. I've been around it since I was a kid, man. Smoking Joe Frazier, my cousin, man.
Okay.
My brother Tyrone Mitchell Frazier. He's supposed to be here today. He like, man. So I mean,
We gonna get him back.
This dude, this dude. I've been, man. I was there when he became a heavyweight. I went to that fight.
Exactly.
So when you don't feel that fire enough, and that's especially definitely not the way that Canelo had been in the fire, I just felt like he wasn't gonna get hot enough. Triple G wasn't gonna get hot enough, and eventually he was gonna slow down. And the work rate that I expected from Canelo, I learned some things last night about Canelo, and I'm disappointed in Canelo. I'm gonna go ahead and say it, and I'm gonna call him out, cause it ain't right. You don't show up for a 12-round fight, and after 7 rounds you suck and win.
Bro, bending over.
I never knew.
You ain't see him stretching?
Pasting.
I never knew.
Dude. Yeah, he was stretching. He was bending down.
Roy, by round
tight.
10, you know how it is. So it's the energy system. You throw 5 punches, strong, fast punches, and then you feel the heart rate kick up in the lungs. You know, your breathing is increased. All that increases. But if you've built your body up, deep breath, you know how to breathe in the ring. You recover, you're right back. That's all night. That's supposed to be all night. If you Canelo, That's supposed to be all night. Cause you invincible until you got in the ring with B-Ball. We thought you going for one. You trying to be the greatest Mexican ever. Last night took you away from being the greatest ever. You was approaching that finish line. Last night took you away from the finish line. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you when you're supposed to smash that tomato can.
Yeah.
You done seen this man 2 times.
Yeah, I said that.
2 times.
Yeah.
So you supposed to dominate him, and especially when he's not firing back.
Roy, you ever have anybody spar with that got off on you?
Me? Twice. Only twice. It only happened
I had
twice.
a few guys that got off me like for a minute.
Yeah.
But it won't last long.
Couple, and it was like you had them
What you
for a
say,
camp,
Roy?
right?
Of course, yeah.
It don't
And
last
so-
long, Roy?
No, it don't last long.
It don't. It's been people come on social media talking about, I worked him in camp. I'm like, all right, but did you talk about at near the middle or the end of camp?
Exactly.
When we shipped you off because you just couldn't keep up no more.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's how it is.
Yep.
You
And
know, we're getting our stuff together, and guys that only got to go 3 rounds or 4 rounds, they may get off.
Yeah. For the first day.
But after you learn and you increase and you get better, them guys that could get off of you for 3 rounds,
They ain't getting off no more.
you knew, hey, all right, you got 3 rounds today, you ain't getting off.
But now I'm gonna say this though. I think in the 10th round, maybe I saw him get a second win.
Canelo, he got a second win for
the last 2 because he was like he knew it was over.
Yeah,
so I can just go because he was matched, but he only was matching. He was only matching Triple G. Like if Triple G throw a punch, he throw a punch, and then when Triple G wrap up, he wrap up.
So Roy,
he didn't keep firing.
This is what I think came from Triple G in the beginning of the fight, and then I'm trying to explain to y'all why we saw what we saw. We didn't see that toe-to-toe, blow for blow,
which I thought it was
type
gonna
of
be.
fight we saw in 2 for 2 fights.
Right.
And I truly do believe that Triple G can't really find his rhythm and his timing the way he used to, and I don't think he's confident enough to just throw to find that distance.
He don't have
rhythm.
He didn't have it.
Yeah.
He don't have it.
Rick and Roy, again, you know how that is, where you just, the first round, it's let me throw jabs, let me throw double jabs, let me find where this fight's going to be won at. Let me see what he's giving up and then what he's giving.
Right.
It wasn't none of that from Triple G.
No.
You know why?
Go for it.
A, he 40 years old.
Yep.
B, if I done fought you once or twice, I don't need to see nothing in the first round. I already know what it's going to be.
Yeah.
Either I'm coming to you or you coming to me.
Yeah.
You understand me? So this shouldn't be no fill out round.
Yeah.
We got 24 in the bank already.
Yeah.
What we filling out?
That's what I said, my man, last
You
night. I
feel
said
me?
this round
We got-
25.
We got 24 in the bank. What we got to
That's
fill out?
exactly what I told
You
my
understand
man
me?
sitting. I
So-
said we at round
so
25.
we don't have time to fill out.
So to your point, if you're 40 years old and you realize you already know, you don't got to tell us.
Exactly.
Well, you ain't got to tell me and you.
Right.
Y'all may be a little different, maybe not you, but you don't got to tell me that if you 40 years old and your pace was here at 30,
It's going to be down.
it's gonna go down at 32. It's gonna go down at 33. It's gonna go down at 34. Imagine where it's gonna be at 40. So no matter what, I didn't think about that, but no matter what, we wasn't gonna get that high work rate that we got from Triple G because he don't got it no more. And then guess what? Canelo come out and want to establish his jab and his rhythm and let me set up the knockout respectfully. But then you don't got the gas
That's the thing.
to go after what you trying to set up.
But that's why I thought that was Triple G's strategy because he didn't have it. So I'm a work
No.
him and work him and
No.
work him till I get him in the deep water,
No.
and then I'm gonna try to put fire on him because he did try to fight them
Yeah.
last few rounds.
But you
he
waited
ain't-
too late.
He waited too
Nah,
late.
no.
He ain't start till
He
the
ain't try to
12th
start. He ain't try to start fighting. Canelo slowed down. Triple G decide, okay, let me try this. Oh shit, it worked. Let me try it again.
But see,
Shit, it worked.
But it should start in round 1.
Yeah, should have started in round 1.
Then by that time, because just like you said, and this what I really was banking on too. What you tell me now is everything I was banking on.
Yeah,
You just called for loss of B-ball.
yeah.
You went straight back to camp to fight Triple G.
Right.
You're tired.
Right.
Your body's not the same.
Right.
You're tired. You're doing something you haven't done in a long time.
Yeah.
So you're back-to-back camping for 2 big
Yeah.
12-round fights.
Yeah.
You understand me? I know this.
Same thing,
Yeah.
Roy.
You
He
understand
had
me?
4 fights in 11 months.
That's what I'm saying. So I know this. So I'm knowing that.
see what you
listen,
did there.
I'm knowing that you ain't what you supposed to be right now.
Yeah.
You understand me? Now,
Yeah.
he ain't got no other rival other than you.
Yeah.
So if he can get himself right one more time,
Yeah.
get up and come back for real, and you see what happened to him last night, right?
Yeah.
So if he would have been right last night, he could have easily won that fight because Canelo, like you said,
Yeah.
was done.
Yeah.
He was burnt.
Yeah.
Why? He just had 2 tough fights back to back with no break between.
Yeah.
People think taking a break is a game. No, it's not. Your body have to come down and relax after you go
Yeah.
through that hard situation.
yeah,
yeah,
You understand me?
yeah.
You go through that back to back.
Yeah.
That's a tough thing to do.
Yeah.
You understand? I don't care who you are.
Yep.
That's a tough thing to do.
Yep.
So, that being said, if Triple G could have been 65 to 70% of who Triple G really was or had been in the past, I feel like he could have won the fight, but he couldn't be that.
Yeah.
Couldn't be that.
How do y'all feel about this? When Sugar Shane fought Floyd, he knew he couldn't make it 12 with Floyd.
Of course.
He went for the kill. Second round, third round, he
Yep.
went for the kill.
He almost had him.
And almost had him, but
Almost
Floyd
had him.
greatness got him out and got him twice. How y'all feel about Triple G going for the kill
He should have went for the kill.
early?
And
Yeah.
what he's saying, I can't dispute it.
I said the same thing
You
about
had
Anthony
nothing
Joshua.
else.
He
You had
should have
no
went for the kill.
Same thing about Anthony Joshua fighting Usyk. Should have
went
gone for the kill.
Right away.
Can't
I
box-
said-
you can't
I
box
said-
with
hey,
him.
I said that in the first fight.
Not gonna win the decision.
Hey, I said that in the first fight.
Yeah.
At
You
that
find a
point,
little man. What you doing?
I said Triple G, man. But I was thinking what my strategy. I was like, yo, bro, you need to go out on your shield, man. I would have been kicking him. I would have been scratching him. But boy, what? I'd have pinched him. Something. I went out on my shield, player. He didn't go out on his shield last night, man.
And what people don't realize,
I wouldn't pay to see him again.
and you know this,
Not Triple G.
it takes just as much to punch as it does to take a punch.
Yeah.
So if you're going to go out there, make him punch.
Yeah.
Make him punch more than he wants to.
Yeah.
Keep going in his face, make him block him, but keep going, make him throw. The more you make him throw, the more fatigue you're going to have. You see how fatigued you say it was already?
Yeah.
That's at his own pace.
Yeah.
Imagine had you been at Triple G pace.
Yeah.
Who you ain't got to be punching G, but you got to make him punch.
Yeah.
The more you make him punch, the more fatigue you're going to get.
Yeah.
You guys say nobody. I'm pretty sure all you guys. I'm gonna speak. Can't speak for everybody. My man right here. He don't want to see Triple G again.
I would never.
I didn't want to see Triple G again until I thought about it. I'm okay with somehow if they can pull out David Benavidez.
And Triple G?
Yeah, because we got to get Canelo in. Canelo's saying, "Oh, you got to do this." Canelo's giving every excuse why he shouldn't fight David Benavidez.
Let me just say it like this. I would have a problem. I would have a problem with the boxing organizations
If
if
they
they allow Benavidez to go in there with Triple G. Okay, all right. I'm just gonna keep
How
it
many
real.
rounds is going, Roy?
Listen, I ain't want to talk about that because first of all, you got a young lion who throwing damn near 100 punches around. You had a hard time surviving with a guy who throwing 55 to 60 around. You gonna put him in there with a guy throwing 100 around now? That's bigger than him already. That's taller than him. That Canelo really don't even want to fight.
That's what I'm saying. Why Canelo is avoiding this guy? Why, Roy?
Well, y'all got to talk to him about that, bro. I mean, there's a lot of things going on with boxing.
Come on, man. You can say it, Roy.
He came with all that
You can
energy.
say it. Yeah.
This what I be
Come
saying.
on, man. You
This
can
what I be
say it,
saying.
bro.
This what I be saying. There's a lot of ways to say no. A lot of different ways to say no.
It is.
You understand
It
me?
is.
And for me to sit back and tell you,
He picked the wrong
My
ways
man
to say
said,
no.
I
He
fight
picked
no
the wrong
more
ways to say no.
there's a lot of ways to say no.
Yeah.
You fought the greatest Mexican arguably of all time. You fought his son, and now you got another Mexican over here that you don't want to fight. You didn't see my thing on TikTok?
I saw it.
You saw it?
I saw it.
Roy, what you doing on TikTok?
I'm just saying. How you gonna tell me all these people we fight? You gonna tell me all of a sudden, oh, you don't want to fight another Mexican? Are you kidding me?
That's crazy.
How you pound the best? But if another Mexican pound the best, you don't want to take that gamble and see who's the best, huh? No, bro, we don't. You know good and well we don't do that. You just
Boxing is
like
boxing.
what Daddy said. Y'all finding ways to not
Say
fight
no.
my son.
That's a lot of
You
ways to
understand
say.
me? And I'm not gonna allow y'all to tie a crane to Triple G and put him in front of Benavidez. No,
Hey,
that's not happening.
Sean, let me hold a piece of that paper in the pen so I can write that down. There's a lot of different ways to say no.
It is. There's a lot of different ways to say no.
Roy, I'm really just trying to figure out ways to bait Canelo into the fight
That's not
because
gonna happen. That's the wrong way.
Ain't gonna happen.
That's the wrong way. I tell you how you bait him into the fight.
okay.
You put Benavidez on this side, you put Charlo on this side, and you put somebody like Chris Eubank Jr. on this side. Now that's 3 fights that he got to fight somebody. He got to fight all 3 of them guys. All 3 of them are a threat to him. He got to be surrounded by threats, or else he ain't gonna do it.
I got him hand picking his next opponent. I
Yeah,
don't think he's fighting a killer. He's not fighting no killers.
Well, I'm gonna say it like this now. Because he just did that back to back, I would give him 1 off right now.
Okay.
But after it's 1 off, you need to be fighting Benavidez. You don't need to be fighting no killer. You need to be fighting Benavidez. And Benavidez is proven to be the best 168 pounder besides you in the game.
Yeah.
And someone told me here yesterday, hey man, you as media fan people, y'all got to put a pressure on this man because he's gonna avoid the hell out of Benavidez much as he can. So every time y'all Benavidez, Canelo, let him know. That's what we want. Don't say you all of a sudden you don't fight Mexicans. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
Yo, you know it's funny. I was at ESPN for the draft one year and hanging out with Floyd and oh man, what's his name? Now I'm drawing a blank. The other small
Pacquiao?
no,
Broner?
no. Help me out,
Tank
Roy.
Davis.
Nope. This is back in the day.
Oh, way back in the day.
What's his name? The one that he was a champion too.
Zab.
I remember them. We was at ESPN Zone in Manhattan. They was like, man, we'd never fight each other, man.
Yeah.
This is my man.
Yeah.
But when they got on the line, player, they did what that's the job, man. They realized it was the job.
Me and Terrence was playing basketball, 24-hour fitness.
You was like, man, that's my man.
This was 27.
You ever said that about a fighter, bro?
Hell no.
Right. See what I mean? You know what, man?
It's like 2017.
So you trying to call my man a punk?
No, I ain't saying
that's what it sounds like you're doing, bro.
They new school.
Oh, okay, it's different.
It's like 2017.
I'm trying to start something.
You know
Y'all ain't realize I'm trying to start something.
You know, you talked about how the old school people got to go back and teach the game.
Correct.
They didn't learn it from really old school people like that, as that part goes, because some people don't know. So unless you fought before, you have a hard time knowing it. You understand me? Me, I fought before. So I know that anybody that's a weight class below you and a weight class above you, watch them. Because if the money get offered, they coming for you. So don't let them know too much about who you are, because they're going to be watching all that and writing it down. Because when that day come, they crossing that bridge.
So you wasn't buddying. So you ain't buddying with.
They're going to cross that bridge.
So you ain't buddying with nobody.
Nah, I ain't got nothing now, buddy. Not now.
Now. We cool now.
Somewhat.
So,
I'm a little bit skeptical still. You just never know.
I don't even know what they talking about right now.
He talking his hood business, man.
About butter?
He done went hood gang. We ain't said, huh? We ain't said that.
Something about butter?
No.
We
said
know.
buddies.
We said buddies, man.
Buddies.
Be easy, bro. What you trying to do? You trying to base something?
Nothing about nothing. And that's all I was hearing.
Hey, yo, I called Shawn one day, dog. After the fight, I was there. I had a dream. I was getting ready to fight Bud. If he told me, yo, man, God, let it go, man. I still was hot in my head. You know, man, I called you back. I said, yo, I had a dream I was going to fight Bud, dog. I said, yo, Shawn, yo. He like, yo, man, chill. Just let it go, bro. It's all good, man. Yeah. I was hot, dog. Yeah. Yo, that's my peoples, man.
Why I do have you here, though, that's a good daggone question for you.
Here we go.
Yeah.
What time is it?
Hold up.
You've been there with both of them.
Let me
here we go.
Time to roll
You've
up
been there with both of them.
Hey, yo, dog, let me roll up my sleeves, because this thing about to get serious.
It's hard because it's a great fight on paper.
It's actually a good conversation to have with you.
That's what I'm saying. It's a great fight on paper.
Before the Earl Porter fight, sorry to cut you off, OG, you said Earl never been tested, and you wanted to see.
Yep.
Now you seen.
No, everybody got mad at me for that comment. They said you hate Earl. I don't hate Earl. Earl ain't fought a dog for real, until you fought that right there.
Yep.
You understand me? So don't y'all tell me about all these other people. I don't hear about all them. The boy overseas, they got the outside the rope. I don't hear about that. Now we finna find out if he got the dog in it, because now he finna have to fight.
Yep.
Because he finna be there with a dog for real.
And what's crazy
How
is
y'all gonna get mad at me for that?
a lot of people did. I had people telling me, "You really think your boy ain't getting knocked out?" I know what he can do. I'm like, you knew what he was doing.
Of course, that's why I said what I said. This the first time he finna get in the ring and look across that ring and see another dog.
That's not scared of him.
That ain't scared.
I'm not scared of him.
That don't give a damn.
Yep. There was no fear.
That don't give a damn.
So, Roy, what you saying? He was going to see, or Bud was going to see?
Bud was going to see. Not Bud. Not Bud.
Earl.
Not Bud. Earl Spence was going to see. Earl hadn't even seen nobody yet of his caliber when he fought him.
Yo, bro, I chased his daddy down at the fight to come holler at him about that fight. Because I said, bro, he's a throwback. This man, that's why I say, man, yo, it's certain cats that I love what they do and how they do what they do, man, because I love boxing. I love fighting. And I love to see a cat that can not only fight, but can defend. And can fight to defend. And when I see this dude right here go to war, like you just said, he was going to see a dog. And he saw a dog, bro. He saw a dog. And I said, yo, yes, sir.
It's two people in my time that if you fight them, that since I've been alive, it's two of them that I know. If you fight them, okay, well, wait there. If you fight them, have your lunch ready because you got to have it. You understand me? That's that one right there, and Evander Holyfield.
You better bring a banana. You better bring a banana.
You better bring your lunch.
Mike Tyson said that too.
You better bring your lunch because them two right there, I don't care who it is, I don't care how good you are, I don't care what you bring to the table. When you get ready to fight, that one and that one, you better have your mind right now.
Did I say that?
Hey, I'm about to start
Just
talking
did
like
I
I'm from
say that?
Florida. You know that now?
That right there.
Hey, first off, that's disrespectful.
I'm country.
That sounds fly.
I'm country. I don't care.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
I'm country. I don't care.
Yeah.
That one right there, and Evander Holyfield.
Yeah.
You better have your stuff ready when you see them.
Come on, player.
And all I say to all that, man, is I do. My dad had a tape. He had the Fabulous Four tape.
Yeah.
And it was the Fabulous Four: Marvin Hagler, Sugar Ray, Duran, and Hearns. And my dad would have us watch it, you know. And so with me and Kenny, it was like whatever he chose, like I did something different. I chose something different. I just had to be different. You know what I mean? And when I saw Hearns fight Hagler,
Right.
me being a little dude, me being tough and all these things, I was probably 9 or 10 when I saw this tape.
Yeah.
I said, I want him to win. I had never seen it before. I said, I want him to win. Then the fight happens. I'm watching it on tape, but the fight happens for the first time in my life.
Correct.
And I seen the way that it went. I remember Tommy started galloping back and Marvin started chasing after him. Those things like burned my brain.
Okay.
And the other thing that burned my brain was I remember hearing the crowd and seeing the crowd.
You was like,
And I said, I want to do that one day. I said, I want to be in the ring with so many people screaming and yelling. And I want to be able to be everybody to have all eyes on me.
and I'm gonna be that dog.
And that's what I want to do, right? So I get to a point where I get to like kind of realize things about myself, you know?
Yeah.
And I get to become a version of the Marvin Hagler that I had seen.
Yeah, that dog.
And so when I get into a room with guys like you, and now I'm in the room with you, and I'm everybody has all these great things to say about me. I say, man, I just was trying to do what I seen somebody else do.
Oh.
And I was trying to do it to the best of my ability.
And I wish everybody thought like that in boxing.
Yeah.
Dude.
I wish everybody
Yeah.
thought like that in boxing.
Yeah.
Because that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to learn from our forefathers
Yeah.
how we supposed to carry this game on.
Yeah.
Or else this game will get diluted and messed up.
I promise you.
Welcome to the rap world.
I promise you.
You know.
Forever, I would watch fights and I would see how guys would handle certain things, cuts and all that kind of stuff. And even though I had never gotten cut before, I said, when I get cut, I'm not gonna wipe at it like that dude. I'm gonna ignore it like that dude. I get cuts, you'll never see me wipe at a cut. I started learning from other fighters what to do and how to be. So I said Marvin Hagler is the toughest guy in the world. I gotta be tough. I can't take steps back. I can't let people see weakness, any of those things. Because Marvin Hagler didn't do it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Then Tim Bradley gets in the ring with Ruslan Provodnikov. And I watched that fight, and I promise you, I watched that fight, and they both fighting the way that they was fighting, but I kept looking at Tim. I wanted Tim to win. I'm looking at Tim, and I'm seeing everything that Tim's going through, and I'm like, why you? I just didn't think he wasn't fighting the best he could fight in the way that he could fight. He decided to go toe to toe with this dude, and I'm worried for him. I'm like, why are you fighting this dude like that? Why are you doing that? And he's taking all these punches, but giving them too.
It is.
When it got to the end of the fight, I sat back just like this. And I said, well, from now on, that's how you fight. Based on what Tim Bradley did with Provodnikov, I said you will never give up and you will never stop punching.
But what did Roy say about Triple G.
Yeah.
Get in there and make him punch.
You got to.
Get in there. But that's what you do. You wear him down.
If you don't, you're going to get nothing out of it. You let him fight his own pace. Listen, there was a dude in my gym when I was a kid. Name was Daryl. Daryl smoke. Daryl drink. Daryl don't do road work. You could bring Tim Bradley. You could bring Shawn Porter. You could bring Evander Holyfield in the gym Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
And some people just like that.
Let me tell you, you go 15 rounds with all three of them.
Yeah.
Long as they let him fight his pace.
I didn't see that coming.
Long as they let him fight his pace.
Yeah.
Y'all let him get caught to fight his pace, he'll go 15 with all three of y'all.
Yeah.
I had to overcome this.
Yeah.
So I had to figure out how to beat him.
Yeah.
Because how this dude can not run, smoke and drink, and go 15 rounds with us.
Yeah.
I said, something got to change.
Yeah.
So one day I got in, I said, let me make him fight at my pace for a minute.
Yeah.
Third round, dead.
Done.
Tank empty.
Yeah.
And I learned that from right there.
Yeah.
So it's like, you got to know what you're dealing with.
Experience. Yeah.
You got to know what you're dealing with. Because
That's
you
what I'm
guys,
saying,
you know,
man. So I need y'all in the gym training these.
I'm trying.
Nah, bro, I ain't talking.
It's only one of him.
I'm trying.
You know what that would do? Not only just to it did to see y'all in the corner, like Mark Breland. You know, I hated that my man tried to put him down like that, man. But to see Mark Breland in the corner with somebody, man, a champion, it's like, bro, it does something well for the brand, your brand. If I'm a fighter and they see Roy Jones in my corner, bro, come on, man. And because that's the fact that this man done been battle tested. He done seen the highs, he done seen the lows, the middles, and and he knows, man, that's what I'm saying, man. These cats missing that, bro.
And
they missing that.
I know, Roy, you want to ask him about the Crawford Spence, but
he
Shawn,
think he got out of it. You see him trying to
yeah. No, we gonna do.
He think he got it. I ain't through with it.
A lot of ways to say no. There's a lot of ways to say no.
We're gonna roll back to it, but for Spence-Porter, was you in the house? Cool, chill.
What's that?
Spence-Porter.
Of course.
All right, I know my guys right here was in there. I don't know, OG, if you was there. But when Shawn told me before the fight, I said, Shawn, we got to do this, we got to do that. The crowd rolling with them. You're like, I ain't worried about that. Said about halfway through it, we'll have it. So Shawn comes out. They cheering, but they start booing. I'm like, all right. Earl comes out. They going crazy. Beginning the fight. Hey, Shawn knows me. When that bell rings, I'm in the ring with Shawn. So if you say one disrespectful thing, I'm on your ass. So I'm arguing with everybody in the room.
Hold up. Tell him about when the bell rang. You said was somebody in front of you?
Oh, all right. So, yeah. Hey, shout out to this dude, man. I apologize. I just told you what happens when the bell rings. I wild out. So the bell, Porter, Spence, the bell, everything, ding, ding, ding. Dude stops and watches the fight and stops right in front of me. I said, Carl Winslow, I know your fat ass did not stop in front of me. You could have stopped at anybody else in this arena. You gonna stop in front of me?
Take your ass.
Everybody. You better move the hell out the way before I get up right now. Dude turned around and was like, all right. I'm like, bro, out of everybody. But, in that beginning of the fight, I had everybody, man, you man about to get knocked. Fourth round, they still talking. Fifth round, they starting to slow down. Sixth round, about the 10th, I heard, Porter. I'm like, he's accomplishing what he told me he wanted to do in life. Yeah. In the ring. He turned a whole arena around to where they went from against him to for him to this is a great fight. Yeah. And I seen you flip the Staples Center, man.
Yeah, man.
That touched me. I said, my man flipped the Staples Center. Yeah. That was and you heard it at one moment.
At the end of the day, man, this is entertainment.
Yes. Yep.
This is entertainment. I mean, it's a blood sport, but see what people don't see it's artistry, bro. In this, man, they don't see that, and not it's skill, it's artistry, but it's entertainment. And when this man fight, he gonna bring it to you. I ain't even talking about this one.
Yeah,
he gonna give you what you gonna yes. But like I'm laughing because he said, "Yo, you throw 5 punches, and then you feel you'll win. You get your breathing." Yeah. This one don't know about 5. He throw 10. Because you know what? I know because you saw the dudes before you. Yep. The Sugar Ray.
I'm about to ask, bro, who was it that you watched?
Sugar Ray.
Like,
I had a dynamite dozen count. I had the first 2 was Muhammad Ali Sugar Ray Leonard, then Salvador Sanchez.
Yeah. Ooh.
That was my top 3.
Man.
You understand me? So from there, I built up because Benitez gave me my defense. Wilfred Benitez. Marvin gave me my consistency.
Mm-hmm.
Eddie Mustafa Muhammad gave me my left liver shot. Kwawi gave me a lot of my head movement and stuff because for a short guy, to me, he was the coldest short guy of all of them.
See this, man?
So I go a long way with boxing. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I took because I got tired of looking at guys trying to figure out why I like them.
Yeah.
So I want to figure out what makes people want to see him.
Yeah.
What made people want to see him, and what made people want to see him. Because them the top 3 people looking at. When I figure out what it is that make you want to see him, I'm putting all that in this one. So you see this one, you see all of them in one.
I tell people all the time.
You gave me 2.
Yeah, go ahead.
You said Hagler.
Yeah.
You saw and somebody else.
I mean, just like
That's
him.
what I wanna hear. I wanna hear your
plethora.
slew.
I tell people all the time. I say when you look at Shawn Porter, you say Shawn Porter great. I'm great but I ain't nothing but a big pot of everybody else. So for
Same
me,
thing
it was Marvin Hagler. It was Muhammad Ali. It was Sugar Ray. It was
Roberto Duran.
I see a little bit of Joe Frazier.
it was Joe Frazier.
But you keep coming,
the
bro.
left hook specifically. My dad said, "I'm gonna show you how to throw the Joe Frazier left hook." My dad showed Kenny being a little taller, slimmer than me. He threw the Roy Jones quick hook. So my dad had a method to his madness, man, and he knew what he was doing. My dad he looked at us as kids, and he kind of knew what we were gonna grow up to be like. He said, "This one's gonna be a little short, compact, strong guy. I'm gonna teach him how to fight small, fight compact." But he said, "But he's fast, he's quick. He's gonna need to move. So I'm also show him how to move around the ring, like Muhammad Ali too, you know." And then with Kenny, he pretty much said Kenny's gonna be slim, he's gonna be strong, he's gonna be tall. So everything was Roy Jones for Kenny. Everything was Roy Jones and Muhammad Ali for Kenny.
Kenny watching this?
No, not right now.
Well, good. Kenny, you was about to whoop your ass, player. Hope you see that too.
Yeah, but I ain't nothing but a pot of stew.
Yep.
And what I tell young kids, Roy, I tell them, I say, yo, watch these guys. Find something you like about them. You don't have to do it exactly like them, but if you like it and you can do it, mold it, and make it your own.
Well,
so like for instance, we
it.
went to camp with Manny Pacquiao, and before we went to camp with Manny Pacquiao, my dad had already taught me how to pivot. My dad had taught me how to step around. That was elementary. Literally taught me that in elementary. But we go to camp with Manny, and Manny did this move the first time we sparred, and he got behind me. So that put light bulb go up over my dad's head. He's like, okay, so now we have to add to what we already do. I want you to start getting around guys. My dad started challenging me to move my feet quicker, move my feet more, make that hard turn and get around guys and get off line and create these angles. But it wasn't nothing but what we was already doing enhanced by something we had seen, and in that case had also experienced, you know?
Right.
So I think that guys, you should be a melting pot of everyone. You should be able to do multiple things in the ring. If somebody can counterpunch, you need to learn how to be aggressive, get to the body, stop them from counterpunching. Guess what? If somebody can counterpunch, you need to learn how to step back, force them to be first so that they can't counter.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So you gotta. The brain has to move so fast. You need to pick up all of these things so that you can become great.
Yep.
See, but to hear you say, went to camp with Pacquiao, like it's nothing.
Oh man, it was a big deal. It was a big deal.
But I know that. But I'm just saying, man, for the average person, bro, like who you went to camp with?
Nobody. Sugar Ray Leonard when I was a kid.
Yeah.
When I turned pro, I ain't going to camp with nobody.
Yeah. But listen, let me tell the story though.
So who you was sparring with?
Not nobody's like that. I was sparring guys that was on their way out, like the Buster Draytons of the world, who had experience but didn't make it, but had the experience to show me. Lindale Holmes, who was an IBF super middleweight champ, but was kind of limited. So people that had tricks but were on their way out.
So you learned from that.
Sparred Reggie Johnson 1 round. When I realized I could whoop him, he was ranked number 1. I was ranked number 8. I sparred with him 1 round. When I realized that I was better than him, I got down. I'm not going to teach you how to deal with this fight.
Yeah.
And guess what?
It became a thing
Dudes,
where
man.
guys were going to camp with the young guys were going to camp with the world champions and just trying to be in camp, get a name,
Right.
get people to see them and things like that. I don't think Roy, I don't know if you I don't think you necessarily needed that.
I wasn't gonna do it if I did need it, because that's not who I was. I was raised, I was raised with pit bull, game rooster mentality.
I know.
You understand me? That's just how I was raised. So now, I like what you're saying, because this is why Klitschko reigned for so long. Everybody he pretty much fought had to been there as a sparring partner.
Yeah.
Everybody he fought had been there pretty much as a sparring partner. One hard to know, including Joshua. Including Joshua. Almost everybody he beat has been there as a sparring partner.
Get this man some water. Y'all got some water for him?
Let me finish myself. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say. So for me, somebody called my dad and said, Manny Pacquiao's coming to LA. I'm in LA right now at the Wild Card Gym. You should bring Shawn out here so he can train with Manny. My dad said, why would I do that? He said, well, it'll be a good experience for him, but then it'll get eyes on you guys. My dad said, okay, let's do that. So our goal for sparring with Manny Pacquiao, especially in the first fight when he fought Miguel Cotto, was simply because we wanted people. We wanted the experience, of course, but we wanted people. We wanted people to see me. Right. We wanted people to get to know who I am beyond ESPN fight night. If we get in the camp with Manny, people watching Manny all day, every day, they're gonna see Showtime Shawn Porter. So we did the first camp when he fought Cotto, and I went to the fight and I was nervous. I said, if this dude, because Cotto was a hard hitter, he was a dog, and I said, if he lose to Cotto, everybody's gonna blame me, because I'm the young guy, and I helped him get ready for this fight. So I said, everybody's gonna blame me. So I was nervous until that fight ended. Then they called us back when he fought Shane Mosley. We flew out to Philippines, sparred with him in the Philippines. We on the flight coming home, and my dad said, "This is your last camp as a sparring partner." I said, "What you mean?" He said, "We're not doing any more camps." I said, "Why not?" He said, "Well, you did 2 with Manny. You do another one, everybody gonna look at you as a sparring partner."
True that.
He said, "You've been in Manny's camp. Manny's a champion." He said, "Next camp you do is gonna be when you a champion. You ain't doing no more training camp."
Real talk.
And so my dad is just very smart, and he knew my dad is just
real talk.
He on a whole nother level, and it has always been, right?
And he's
crushed me, right?
tested,
but it crushed me because I was enjoying, and I'm getting a little paycheck, a weekly check. You know what I mean? So I was like, well, he said, "No, we gonna keep fighting it out till we get there."
See,
and I think a year later we got there.
And you know what I would have told him?
No, my dad?
No. You're right. I'm saying, no, I would have told people like they don't understand that.
Oh yeah.
So what you're doing is you're getting paid to be treated like you're second.
Yeah. Oof. Yeah. My dad said we ain't doing that no more.
Hell no, we ain't doing that.
My dad said we ain't doing that no more.
Hell no, we ain't doing that. Well, I couldn't do it in the beginning.
Yeah.
So
you saying something?
Roy said you better than me. I wouldn't even got on the plane to the Philippines.
I was crazy. Listen, me and my daddy got into it. Oh. Because that one round I sparred Reggie Johnson, I got down. He said, "Where you going?" I said, "I ain't going nowhere. I'm not sparring him no more." Why? He can't beat me. What am I keep sparring him for?
What am I learn from him?
I said, if he win his title, you can go be with him. If they ask me, do I want to fight him? Yes.
You said that to your dad?
Yes. Listen, God had a place for me to go. I had a destination.
Yes, sir.
My destination was to be great, not good, not average, great. To be great, every dog gotta die.
What? That's my saying.
Huh? To be great, every other dog gotta die.
Hey, Roy, my kid's 8 months, and I'm all about it.
Already.
Hey, I'm all about it. I'm from Louisiana, though.
Already, but not back to you.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. He thought he was sliding out of
First of all, I ain't gonna put you on the spot. I'm gonna do it like this. Who hit the hardest?
We're talking about Crawford?
Crawford and Spence. Well, you know you don't feel it in the moment.
I understand, but I'm saying if you had to just judge catching anything, who you thought hit the hardest?
Maybe I would say Spence thumps harder than
Spence.
Than Crawford.
Who got the highest
Maybe.
IQ?
Crawford.
Well, by far, right?
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah. I fought Errol in 2019. It's 2022. So by far back then, based on by far.
Well, see, let me add this to you. You fought him in 19, it's 22, but he also had a car accident between there, right?
Yeah.
So there's a little bit more different too, because now we're not really sure what he can take now.
Sure.
You understand? So it's a little different ball game.
Yeah.
But I felt like he may be the stronger guy because to me, is he bigger?
Yeah.
Spence?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
too.
he's bigger.
That's what
Yeah,
I
he's
thought.
bigger.
So those are the things that
Not
kind
by
of.
much, but he's bigger.
But those are the things that I have to factor in when I'm talking about the fight because I feel like Crawford has the better IQ.
He does.
And he has the better early round advantage.
Yeah.
But if he don't damage Spence before round 6 or round 7,
Yeah.
Spence gonna have that pressure pot gonna come alive.
Yeah.
And he gonna be a problem late.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be Crawford's best ability to try to debilitate him early. Because if he doesn't get cooking, he can turn into a problem.
I just think the fight is just it's on a whole nother level because both guys are very reactive. So if you hit me with a right hand, I got to get that right hand back. I got to get that right hand back. Neither of them rush to get it back.
No.
But they don't forget that shit.
Exactly.
Okay. It's all night. It's gonna be okay.
What are you gonna say?
All night. It's gonna be okay.
Okay, you got that.
You punt. Okay. The whole night.
I see you in round 6, player.
A whole night of that.
Let's go. You hit me in round 2. I see you in 6.
A whole
I'm
night
gonna
of
bring
that.
this
though.
heat back to your ass in 6.
A whole night of that. Neither guy really gets like emotionally invested to a point where they can't think or can't operate.
Right.
But I do believe they're gonna feel the crowd. And I do believe that they might start a little slow, not hesitant, but just slow. Slow because you make a move.
We're gonna be playing.
We got two stubborn mules in the ring. No, you make a move.
They're gonna be playing chess, not
It's
checkers.
gonna be fast chess.
Okay.
It's gonna be a lot of miss, chance, I miss. We out that round. And then what I think gonna happen is the crowd's gonna give us a little bit more. This cool. We know y'all like to box. We want to see somebody get hit. So hit. And the crowd's gonna start to talk. Maybe they hear people not really paying attention or just talking shit. Cause you hear it all.
Yeah.
You do. You hear everything. I hear some of the crazy stuff. I was fighting somebody one time and somebody said, hit him with the Muhammad Ali. I'm boxing. I'm like, what are you talking about? Hit him with the Muhammad Ali. You know what I mean? So when you hear, once they get to chattering, that's what's going to make them really start to pick it up. I think by round 5, we end up with something like Triple G, Canelo 1, where it's so back and forth and so close. I don't know who hurts who, and I don't know. It's crazy to see this type of fight going the distance because I just feel like it's 12 rounds of unreal. Like
Well, I see it going the distance now more so than I did before because of what you just said.
Yeah.
You just told me it's going to be 5 rounds before we get started good. So,
Yeah. I said it was going to be 2 rounds.
So we got a 7 rounds.
I said 2 rounds.
You said 5. So we got a 7 rounds to really fight. So,
Hey, Roy, do you both of you guys, you think Vegas fans going to allow that to go 5 rounds? I think after 1, boo! We got to go. We got to go.
They booed.
Hold on. Now, I don't like to hate on nobody.
Yeah.
But I do have to tell the truth what the truth is. If they ain't booed Floyd Mayweather and Oscar De La Hoya, they better shit their damn mouth.
Oh, damn.
Hey, Oscar, man. I mean, Roy, I live here, man. Come on, man. You can't do
That fight ain't broke out yet. You understand me? If you ain't booed them two, then don't boo these two.
That fight ain't started yet, Roy.
The good thing about it, these two dudes are very arrogant. These two dudes believe in being the best. They ain't fighting for the money.
That's what I'm
they
talking
fight
about.
to be the best.
That's what I'm talking about.
So when you fight to be the best, you got to go invest something. You got to prove to me that you better than him, and he got to prove to me that he better than you. So it's a different game when we fighting the best against the best. These two dudes fighting to see who the best is. They ain't fighting because they getting paid a lot of money. They are getting paid a lot of money too, but that ain't what the whole fight is about. The fight is because some people think Shawn Porter the best. Bud Crawford the best welterweight. Some people think Errol Spence the best welterweight. We all want to see, and that's why they fight. They both got oaths. So ain't nobody protecting them. They both willing to sacrifice that oath to prove, like me and James Toney did. Me and James Toney both had oaths. He had 44 wins. I only had about 25. But I still was willing to sacrifice my oath because I thought I was better. So no way a fight wasn't going to break out because we're not here about how much, I don't care about how much I make. Just put me the best fighter over there so I can prove y'all I'm the best.
Hold on, you just said something. You fought James Toney in California.
No, I fought him in Vegas.
It was in Vegas?
MGM.
It wasn't in gym.
Oh, I know. You ain't got to tell me.
But I like that
because
though.
I was at the fight. I'm trying to remember where I was at.
gym.
I like that though because everybody wants obviously wants to know from me who's gonna win this fight, and I do. I think that time repeats itself, as we always like to say. Take a look at Roy Jones versus Tony James Tony.
Yep.
Oh,
That might be something. That might be something.
Because we both believed in being the best so bad that we didn't give a damn about who had a loss. We want to fight when we both at our prime.
Yeah.
You understand me? We ain't care about how much money we make.
Sure,
he want to whip me, and I want to whip him.
Yeah.
I moved up in weight to get the fight because the fight need to happen. He the best man in my weight. This is what bothered me about Triple G. All those years you sat there at 160, and Andre Ward was the best pound fighter. Entire Floyd retired at 168, and Abel Sanchez kept saying, "You too little to go up there." Man, I went to heavyweight. You think I'm gonna hear that? Yeah. I can't hear that, Shawn. I'm sorry. I can't hear that because wherever the fire was, I was going.
Yeah.
Wherever the fire burned, I'm taking my wood.
Yeah.
Canelo tried it.
He tried it, but what his mistake was though, he already had did that against Kovalev. He didn't need to go fight before. He should have been dealing with. What happened was you ran from one fight and jumped in the worst fight because you avoided Benavidez and you wouldn't jump into something that you didn't even have to be in there with.
The difference with the two is you jumped in the Bevo fire, but it's some excuses in that fire.
Of course.
So we know what that is.
Of course.
Yeah, we know what that is.
Of course.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying he didn't have to. He wasn't going to wait just to prove that point. That's what I'm trying to tell you. He was going to wait for another reason.
Yeah.
Now what'd he do?
Who? Canelo?
There's two waiting. You gonna keep dodging?
I mean, who gonna win the fight?
Back to that. Back to that. And he's serious too.
And somebody texted me the other day. I said, "Yeah, I feel the same way. If I had to bet my life on it, if I had to put money on it, a lot of money on it, put my money on Terrence Crawford."
Okay, that's all I want to know.
Yep.
What you got, OG?
Keep it so
I'm going with the man that been in there. He know better than any of us because he been there with both of them. So if he said that, I'm going where he going. He fought both of them. Listen. I love the fact that they are fighting. I'm more enthused with that than to worry about who gonna win the fight. Yes. Now, truthfully speaking, from what I've seen from Terrence, I've seen a little bit more optimism. I've seen him go through a lot of different things out in the boxing ring, whereas we've seen now Bud go through a lot of things outside the boxing ring. And like he just said before, it ain't just by in the ring; it's what you do out here too.
Did you mix the names up?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. You said
Earl did more
Earl.
outside.
I bet I seen Earl did more outside the ring. He went through more outside the ring.
Yeah.
Where Bud, I seen go through a lot more inside the ring. So I've seen Bud battle tested inside, and we've seen Crawford now. I mean not Crawford, Spence now battle tested kind of outside. Yeah. Because he had to come back from the stuff that happened to him with that Rick and all. Yeah. So they both kind of been battle tested, just one outside the ring, one inside the ring. Yeah. Now how does that all come together? How does that happen when it all comes together? Because in my opinion, they're now both battle tested. So now it's a good fight to see.
November 12th, 19th? What is it?
17th.
19th? Las Vegas? You there?
Yes, sir.
You there?
I'm there. I'm there to be ringside.
Come on, dog.
Roy feel like he watching from home.
Yeah, I like to watch. I like to see
Me too.
replays and stuff.
Yeah, me too.
I need to see what really happened.
Yeah, me too.
Did he really bite his ear, or did he just? You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
Hey, you got some? Go ahead.
Roy.
Hey.
So I always hear Fat Joe's side of this story. What was your side of that story? I mean, everything's cool now. Yeah. You guys are OGs in the game. It's all love. What was your side of this story with Fat Joe?
I was young and stupid, and I'm from the South. So if you with me, you with me. If you're not, you're not. Every time I see Fat Joe, we dap up. We talk. We boys. We cool. You know what I'm saying? Like every time I see Shawn, we cool. You understand me? I got mad love, respect for you. Now, if I went back and made a song audition, Shawn, what that look like? Yeah. You feel me? Yeah. So I come like, wait a minute, you gonna do it to me? So I'm like, hold on, bro. It just kind of threw me in a bad spot. You feel me? Because I thought we was better than that. You understand me? Everybody go through ups and downs, go through things. But don't do that with me when you're supposed to be cool with me. Now, if it was a rap I didn't know, I probably would have to be like, you know what? Okay, I guess I could do my own song or whatever. You know what I mean? But when it's somebody I know that's supposed, I looked at as a friend. Yeah. Then it make it kind of hard for me.
And where was the location where you ran up on him? Don't tell me it was in New York.
Yeah, well, I told you I was stupid.
Well, you wild.
I told you I was stupid.
Hey, you wild.
I'm from New York.
Yeah, and Joe's
I told you.
But now,
hey, he had 100 of them around that all probably had guns with him. I told you that was the two stupidest things I ever did.
Hey, Roy.
But now let me say this.
You gonna get off on him?
Let me say this because I'm from the hip hop community, man. Yes. somebody make a song about you, that comes with respect, bro. Because that I got to get my shine up. Who I got to come after. That's how respected and admired you was in the hip hop game, bro.
I understand that, but
and I know what you're saying because
exactly.
you're supposed to be your man.
Yeah, exactly.
But the bottom line is, bro, if I'm gonna make noise and I gotta bring some attention to myself, I gotta go at somebody. And hold on, your bars, you were spitting bars now.
Hold on.
I almost forgot.
Okay, but here go the thing though. The key word you just said, I gotta go at somebody, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, is there somebody coming back at you?
That's
what happened.
Did what you did.
I'm saying that's all that was though.
And I'm not mad, but I'm just saying the fact that like even Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson was a hip hop boxer. And when I say that, not many rappers, he was young. This dude was he was the epitome of hip hop.
Yeah.
All-Star weekends.
Yeah.
Celebrity basketball games. Who was in these games? Rappers.
Yeah.
So, bro, you don't understand. Your IQ in the hip hop world, bro, it was serious.
Oh, I understand that, but still, like I said, I just felt like it was a friend of mine. And as a friend, you don't do your friend. You don't,
No,
that's how I feel.
you a warrior.
It's over now. I'm glad, but
It ain't over yet.
It's over now. So.
No, you're a warrior, dog. So yeah, you're a fighter.
I know, but I was a stupid fighter because
because I'm familiar. You could have got laid down.
Exactly. That was stupid.
God bless everybody in that moment.
Of course.
Yeah, of course. But
They said God look out for children and food, and I wasn't no damn child. So.
Yep. Yeah. hey, Roy, I left my hometown, Louisiana. There's a crackhead that's still alive. My dad died and everything. I'm like, how the hell are you still alive?
Yo, bro. What part of Louisiana you from?
Oh, shit.
Here we go. Bucky, Louisiana.
Oh, Bucky.
Bucky.
Man, don't
You from Bucky?
Yeah.
Bucky. Man, come on, stop playing, dog. You ain't from Bucky, bro. I'm down in Bucky. You know, I was in Louisiana for 7 years, bro.
Man, I ain't see you nowhere rolling
You
around.
playing, baby. What you
I ain't
talking
see you
about?
out there. Oh, he's got a whole accent.
You ain't with me,
He said, baby. You crazy.
Okay, baby.
Yo, boy, I miss Louisiana. I ain't gonna lie.
I was out there last year.
Tell them what you're doing in Louisiana.
Yo, NCIS New Orleans, baby.
Oh, I was down there. You ain't hit
I
me
was
up.
there for 7 years, baby. I went
okay.
there for 2 weeks and ended up staying for 7 years.
Man.
Hey, boy, I miss it,
So
boy.
I took my family out there. You know, New Orleans different.
Oh, yeah.
So I took my family. I said, hey, they said, where we staying, in Bourbon Street? Nope. I got a house in Slidell.
Come on.
Hey, I know how it moves in
Come on.
Louisiana, man. I'm from there. Yeah, hey, they southern and they cool,
but they bought that life.
Hey, you ain't from here. They gon' get it
About
quick.
that life.
Yeah,
Yo,
so you gotta move right.
See, everybody know me from House Party. So I got a little card I can carry with me. That's Chill from House Party, man. Let him lay good. He don't want no trouble. But nah, man. But when I moved around, especially through the East, man, you better go there with a gas full of tank, your tank full of gas. You ain't stopping at no gas station, player.
I want to, before we get out of here, because we running on time now, but I want to chirp at you real quick. But I got one question for you. You got anything for Roy?
I got nothing for Roy.
You done with Roy?
Yeah, Roy.
Roy.
Hey, I just got to get a picture because my uncle don't believe me. You know my uncle that be wild.
It's all good.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike Tyson was the baddest man on the planet at one point in time. Mm-hmm. He was really hot in the 80s and in the 90s.
Right.
How were you looking at Mike? How were you looking at Mike back then?
Back then?
Yeah.
Mike was a killer.
Yeah.
You know, and like you got to know that you don't go in and play with Mike because Mike is a killer.
Yeah.
And I thought he was one of the most entertaining things to ever come to boxing.
Yeah.
You know, I thought he really kept the game alive. Right until I got there, you know, he had kept it alive for me.
Yeah.
He opened the door because he was highly entertaining. Yeah. Now he was a little bit crazy with what he was doing. Yeah. But he was highly entertaining. Yeah. Never should have got put in prison for that robbing and giving stuff. Yeah. Never should have went to jail for, or whatever he went for. The girl in the
Mm-hmm.
Never should have went to prison for that. But he was something that he carried the game for a while. Yeah. Because when Mike Tyson fought, everybody paid attention to TV. Yeah. Because you never knew what was gonna happen. Yeah. And I felt like that pushed me to know that if you're gonna expect to get some of his time, you better be something pretty exciting because he gonna be exciting. Yeah. It may not be positive excitement, but it's gonna be exciting and entertaining. Yeah. You gotta be exciting and entertaining, or nobody gonna want to watch you. They gonna want to watch him all the time.
Yes, sir. And then back then you never thought like, I might fight that guy. I want to fight that guy.
No.
Yeah.
I didn't want no part of my ears. I love my ears. I ain't want no part of none of that.
Come on, why you keep bringing that up, man?
I'm just saying, bro. I ain't want no problem. You feel me? But because I was joke with him about it too. But the whole thing was, I had nothing but the utmost respect for Mike.
Sure.
You understand me? I knew what Mike was. Mike was also, like we were talking about these old fighters.
Yeah.
Mike is probably smarter about the old school fighters than any boxer that's fighting right now.
That dude's smart,
You understand where I'm coming from? He knows his boxing background.
Yes, he
You understand
does.
me? If you don't know that about Mike, Mike is a very intellectual, intelligent
He's a boxing
guy,
historian,
especially when
man.
it comes to boxing.
He's
You understand me? And people didn't know that about Mike.
Yeah.
You understand me? So
Yeah.
I thought the best of Mike. So
You know what? Hey, let me ask you this from your perspective, because I've been around and I heard all the stories on. He's very intellectual when it comes to the history of boxing.
Boxing historian.
And he's a boxing historian through and through. But you already know that there's some guys that can teach it, but they can't do it. There's other guys that can do it, but they can't really teach it. Do you think intellectually he was connected to the sport? Like he could see, he could be a coach or and see what adjustments need to be made in a fight and things like that? Or is he more so just he knows the game, he knew his part of the game, and that's it?
I'm gonna say it like this, and I don't mean no disrespect to nobody, but Mike is the type of guy that, in my opinion, if I had a guy that was gonna fight that style, I definitely want Mike to train him. There you go. Because Mike is the best at understanding and doing that. You understand me? Now, if I had a guy that was more of a Muhammad Ali type, I would want Mike to train him.
Yeah.
Because Mike knows, but he never did it like that.
Yeah.
Doing it, well, what he does, he can explain to you everything about what he does.
Yeah.
Because Cuss set him down and made him go through
There you
stuff
go.
and learn the game.
Yeah.
He learned the game. He learned the game like I learned the game.
Yeah.
You understand me?
Yeah.
So he just learned it from a different set of eyes and from a different perspective.
Sure.
But he knows the games. If you want to fight like Mike fights, I would love to have you in jail, Mike, because Mike know what he's doing.
Let me say this, to what you just said. My brother said this. Everybody can't fight like Joe.
Yeah.
And Joe taught my brother how to fight like him.
Yeah.
I don't care if the guy is my brother's height, he's gonna try to fight him like Joe. If the guy is taller than my brother, he's gonna try to fight him like Joe. And that's the thing. What he just said.
Yeah.
If you need a guy like you, you're built like that. You small. You probably were smaller than most of the guys afford in your weight class.
All of them.
Short. So you're gonna get in there and you're going like Joe like to say, breathe on him.
Yeah.
That means stay on his chest and beat him to the body, and then you throw that hook and lay him down. So my brother fought a dude, Vincent Bowen, who was bigger than him, fought him the same way. He went inside, but the thing about it, what he just said, Smoke, I don't care who come to that gym, Smoke gonna teach you got to fight like Joe Frazier. Everybody's not built like that to fight like that. You're long. What you doing bending down? That's why Marvin's career was short. My brother would have had a longer career, short, because they all try to fight like Joe. Can't fight like that. So but I still say to a degree, man, it's like, okay, if they can't have you as a full-time trainer, like you said, bring Mike in.
Yeah.
Let Mike show you this.
Yeah.
If you know what, you quick, you got these, you want hands, bring Roy in.
Yeah.
That Roy, pay for this expertise, man.
Yeah.
You know, sit down and he's like, yo, listen, man, how often, I'm laughing and I'm joking, man, but it's a blessing to sit here and listen to y'all, man. I could sit here and listen to this all day.
I'm already
man.
knowing. You should probably follow
It's
the
a
podcast.
blessing.
Just follow the podcast. Should probably do that.
And I got mad. I got mad.
jokes, right?
I got mad and felt some type of way because I knew I could help Anthony Joshua with the Usyk fight. You understand me? I tried to make contact with him.
Yeah.
You know what they told me? Contact my team. I said, okay.
Ooh.
That's it.
Ooh.
Ain't nothing else to talk about.
But I wanted to give back to the game because I felt like I would have made it much more interesting.
Sure.
When I got him in my hands. You feel me?
You was a little guy that came all the way up and fought a heavy.
Who else?
He getting in the ring with a little guy that's coming all the way up to fight heavy.
Who knows better?
Whoa, it was the game plan.
Who knows
Come on
better?
now.
Come on, player.
And I tried. I did. So it ain't always us that ain't reaching out. I be trying.
Yeah.
You feel me?
All right.
So
Yeah,
I be-
get
I
off
be
his
trying.
ass.
You
I be
just,
trying.
it's on the record.
I be trying though.
Oh,
I be
it's
trying.
on record.
Chill real quick.
You ever
before we-
reach out to AB?
Who? No, AB is a little bit different case because AB fought more like Floyd. Yeah. So I would rather see him go with Floyd because he did more the shoulder roll stuff like Floyd do. And AB kind of, he's a good fighter, but I think he let the outside kind of get to him a little bit too much. It's like sometimes we have to understand that it's best to get out of our environment to get the most out of us. Because in our environment, we have pressures that we're not even aware of. You understand where I'm coming from? And with those pressures, you can't focus on a fight and get ready for a fight because while all this pressure that you don't even know is around you, your life on the line when you step across the street. You understand me? And that's what people have a hard time understanding. No matter where you are, you could be in, where you from?
Bunkie, Louisiana.
You could be in Bunkie, Louisiana. If you live there, you have everyday pressures and expectations there in Bunkie, Louisiana that you're not going to have when you come out here to Vegas for a week or a month or 6 weeks. You're not going to have you go to California for a week or you can't do nothing about it because you're not in Bunkie, Louisiana no more. So the people that can come say, hey, I need you to do that, they can't do that now because you're not there. So you got time to focus on what you need to be focusing on, which is staying alive. Huh? Right? Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You said some stuff, dog.
I'm just telling him the truth.
Always. I left home.
Of course, you had to.
I learned.
You had to.
I learned. Real quick, chill. Before we get up out of here, you're a good dude, and we've been rocking for quite a while. And we are going to do a little bit. We're gonna bring him in on a Patreon. We're gonna do more of a boom, boom, boom with just him about you and all that kind of stuff. But I know since you've been on the show and people that are gonna see the show, they probably recognize you, recognize your voice, all those different types of things. And when you rolled in, you said, "Well, who don't know me?" I'm like, "Shit, you don't know what audience you about to be in front of because don't none of them know you."
Oh, they know me.
But just real quick, tell everybody where you know if they don't know.
Let me break it down for y'all. My name is Daryl Chill Mitchell.
You y'all seen don't rap.
House Party. Oh, they don't. First of all, from a rap group called Groove Beat Chill. You know what I'm saying? That's on the Uptown record label with Heavy D and the Boys, Mary J. Blige, Jeff Red, Heavy D. I said Heavy D, right? Because I love Heavy D. I miss him to death.
It was great.
Jodeci. So we was the first original Death Row of the East Coast.
There you go.
Fix that.
There you go.
Then from the rap thing, I got in the House Party. House Party 1, House Party 2. Then I did a movie called Thin Line Between Love and Hate.
Hey, that camera ain't on, by the way.
It's on for me.
No.
You know what I'm saying? It's on for me.
I'm just mad that he knew where his single was. He like, where I'm at.
Come on, you think I just start doing this, man? You know what I mean? Then I did, a couple of TV shows, but my latest TV show was NCIS New Orleans. Then you see me in I do Fear the Walking Dead. So I saw crimes on Sunday and I kill zombies on Tuesday. That was my job. That's what I do, player. So I do a lot. I made a lot of film. I made a lot of money. You need to borrow something?
No, good.
I need some money.
Just make sure I ain't talking to you because you know what? There you go. There you go.
I'm all about it.
Nah, man. But I have a lot of fun, man. But I'm just honored, and I swear I'm glad that I'm blessed. To be around in y'all era, man.
Thank you, brother.
Of this, man, because y'all are throwbacks. You know what I mean? Y'all throwbacks, man.
He original. I'm a throwback.
Okay, But I mean, dude, it gave me chills right now just thinking about that, man. Like we here to talk about it.
Of course.
And it was so good though, because I watched a lot of his fights, but to watch him transform in the locker room. I came in there just like, I'm sitting in there, and it was like, you ain't had that many people in your locker room. You don't play that.
Nah.
I came in the locker room, dog. Word. He don't play that.
Don't play that.
And I'm just like, because and I could feel my heart racing. Because I'm like, this is my man right here. Like, not like my man, but I'm talking about boxer. But I'm like, bruh.
Yeah.
Because I'm out in the audience and they like, man, the same thing. Like what he just said when everybody was like going for, Spence. And then he turned the crowd. Yeah. But then when it's like, we in Carnegie Hall. And this dude done set this ring up. Yeah. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I'm like, I'm looking at my crew. I'm like, I got the whole Yonkers with me. I'm like, do y'all understand where we at right now? This man done got in Carnegie Hall. That's why I said, bro, y'all don't understand, man. You know, y'all just did it, but it's a serious significance to that, man.
Yep.
It's serious, man. It's serious what y'all do, man. It's like when I came out there, man, I'm watching you, dude, you know, I'm like, that whole thing with Bud, the energy in that room, man, it was like, yo, but I tell you one thing, I'm going to tell you what, I don't care if the next Mexicans fighting, I don't care where I'm going. Y'all see y'all working. The party was crazy. They partying that player. Hey, yo, bro. It was hopping in there. The music. I don't want to hear no more rap song in a boxing match ever. I'm going home and learn the Mexican national anthem. Watch me. Watch when I see you. I'm going to sing it next time. You're going to be like, Chill was not playing. Yo, dog, it was popping.
Did y'all see the national anthem last night?
I seen dude lip singing.
Dude was lip singing.
Dude lip singing.
Oh, yeah. That other first guy.
Hey,
Why ain't y'all say nothing?
Roy.
Hey.
This dude went up in there singing the Kakistan
National anthem.
Had on his big robe.
Triple G robe.
You know what they wear.
Mm-hmm.
It's you know what they wear.
Of course.
And my dude was
Over dramatic.
My man was going like he was on Broadway. I started to tweet it. How hard he was going with it. I said, he sounds amazing. I said, wow, he's performing.
He got you?
My man, at the end of it, look, Roy, at the end of it, my man hit this note. He goes, and he kept going, but he kept been all the way back. I'm texting, I'm putting the tweet out. I'm like, I'm standing up, I'm putting the tweet out. I'm like, I've never seen anything like this. Why we can't do our national anthems like this? Yeah. Tweet this right now, right? Put my phone down.
The music went off. Roy, you trying to say something to the crowd?
Yeah. You caught it.
Right.
Hey,
He said,
Shawn.
look, right.
That was it.
The music went off. He said,
Got his ass.
So while he was singing, right? While he was singing, I said, Kate, do you see what's going on? She's like, he's lip singing. I was like, no, he ain't.
Yeah.
I said, that's amazing.
Nah, hell no.
My mans with me, they was like, nah, it's a 2-second delay. I said, no, bro. He too little for a voice to be coming out that strong. It was too heavy. Mm-hmm. And at the end, and when he stopped, his voice was real light.
Yeah.
I said,
it didn't match that energy.
It did not match the energy.
So then the Mexican anthem comes.
That female came on.
She said, I'm beautiful.
She blew the ceiling out that place, bro.
I said, I don't know if that was her. I don't know if that was her.
Nah, that was her.
That was her, bro.
Then Big Man came for the American anthem.
He killed it.
I said, you killing it, my dude.
Yeah, he killed it.
But I feel used. I don't know if you singing for real.
No.
Everybody. Because I was so brought in.
Yeah,
everybody.
I was so brought in. I was like, yo, you can't get that invested.
He killed it. But
hey, listen, we got to get up out of here. We appreciate y'all coming through.
I enjoyed it, bro. Thank you so much for having me. Next time I come back, I told you, if I tell him I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it.
I got you.
Right? Did I tell you last night?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he did tell me that.
Yeah. I told you, I cut a pencil call. If I say I'm gonna do it, I got you.
Yeah, he did.
Y'all heard it right here, live. And we're going to videotape because I'm going to kill him with the fishing.
That's not happening.
Bro, don't tell me what's not going to happen.
That's not happening. My granddad invented the hook.
Bro.
I all fish both of y'all.
You crazy?
Oh, yeah,
I'm
that's
from Louisiana.
Hey,
I don't know nothing about that.
Hey, you from Louisiana? Yeah, but you ain't going to outfish me.
And I want to cue this up real quick, and then we gonna get up out of here. But did y'all see the suit game last night?
Oh yeah.
You didn't see
everything.
You ain't see
I
the
was
suit
feeling
game.
everything but the shoes.
I don't care. I don't give a damn.
What suit game?
Look.
His suits. Look. His suits. And he got Shawn Porter.
Yeah, he's a little shot.
Look at him.
Look at him.
Okay.
Look at him. Okay.
SPN inside.
Hey,
Yeah.
I ain't got mine yet.
the Port Away Suits and Services is coming soon.
All right, that's what's up.
Hey, chill.
Hey, yo, this is Daryl Chill Mitchell. We watching the Port Away player. You feel me? I do these things because y'all. What you want? You don't know how to do that.
Oh, I know you ain't. Hey, this Antt, you watching the Port Away.
Uh-oh, player. Here he come.
Hey,
Nah, talk to me,
I don't
dog.
never want to ever see you speak sexy ever again. You got soft and,
sweet. That's how I got 8 months old baby, okay? And told him I'm coming home. Yeah, get the clap.
I don't never want to know how you got an 8-month baby ever again.
Hey, but chill. We got to get this dude to Louisiana.
Oh, you gotta go, man.
there.
And we can all three make it happen.
Yeah, we gotta get you on the airboat player. We gotta get you on
alligator tour.
What?
Some Buddha and
He
balls?
ain't ready for that, dog. What? Bro, Buddha and balls.
Let's
baby.
get it. Let's
do it.
Hey, well,
Let's
listen.
do it.
Hey, this is the Porter way. I usually end with something motivational. Excuse me. I know we gotta go. Got anything motivational that
Yes,
you want to
sir.
say?
Continue to think what you always thought, and you will continue to get what you always got.
Next week.
If you think you're the greatest, you might be like Roy Jones, and you might be like Shawn Porter.
What about Roy? You got something?
Hey, I just said keep God first in everything you do. If you don't believe in him, then he ain't gonna believe in you.
Ooh.
Ant.
Hey, don't cry to give up. Cry to keep going.
he said, I'm going to rinse and repeat.
Yeah. Roy got Roy. I was still hooked on Roy.
You know, I'm going to go this way. Cause Roy's here. Roy was, you was at home. You know what I mean? You was in the home, you know, and now I've just had the opportunity to be friends with you and get to know you and chill. You was at home. I mean, house party played was knew every word, knew every dance, and the list goes on. You know what I mean? So I get an opportunity to be with all of y'all now, and I'm saying all that to say, don't give up on your dreams. It sounds very cliche, but if you have a dream, if you have a goal, hold on to it. Just make adjustments. Everything ain't gonna always go the way you wanted to go, expected to go, the way you seen somebody else do it. Your story is not somebody else's story. Create your own story. Create your own dreams. Create your own goals and go after it. Don't let nothing ever stop you. I'm sitting right here with a man I used to watch. My dad told me, throw the hook like this. Hold your hands the way he hold. Everything this man used to do, we were taught to do it because you were great.
Thank you, brother.
We danced nonstop. When my dad told me I ran into chill, I said, no. Call me on the phone. I'm like,
I told him, call him, man. I gotta talk to this dude,
I'm
bro.
looking at the phone like this.
I had to talk to him, man. We never stopped. We never lost touch.
And I've made this public. I'm working on a documentary right now. You see the documentary, you'll understand why I'm saying this. I didn't give up on nothing I set out to do. And the hurdles that was in my way, the challenges that I faced, the adversities that I had, it's all worth it. Don't give up. It's all worth it. This is the Porter way.
Tell people, man, it's not the
Stop talking. That's the end. This is the
God,
Porter
dog.
way.
It ain't the destiny. It's not the journey. It's the destiny.
All right, it's not the journey. It's the
No,
destiny.
it's the journey.
Is it,
not
or
the
is the
destiny.
journey?
It's the journey.
It's not the destination, it's the journey.
It's the journey. What you just said.
All right, then take your single.
No, it's what you just
Put
said.
him on a single, and then you go ahead.
What he just said. It's not the destination. It's the journey.
It's the Porter way.
It's the Porter way. It's not the destination. It's the journey. It's the Porter way.
And then clap. And then,
Wait a minute. It's not the destination. It's the journey. It's the Porter way. Yo, y'all stupid.